So apparently the girl was 14 or 15, okay?
Uh-huh.
And apparently the father, not stepfather, the father had been sexually
All
abusing
right,
this girl.
you live now, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm
Okay,
live.
okay.
Okay.
The father to this girl, she was 15 at the time.
Yes.
She had a sibling that was 9 and
Yeah.
another one that was, I think, 5 or 6.
Yeah.
So the one that was 14 or 15, I can't remember the ages accurately.
Mm-hmm.
Apologies for that. Um, had been sexually assaulted by the father since she was 11.
Yep.
Okay,
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
and they had been selling their nudes and videos of them
These are
just,
black people?
yup.
Yeah, from
Oh,
Kenya.
I usually white people shit. Wow, that's crazy.
And then and this is why I say this is a very interesting story to investigate across um the country, because in the span of 2 3 actually 2 months, okay, now they've uncovered another child sex ring in Molo,
Oh,
and that's multiple kids. So and what they're doing is exploiting these sites where white people pay to see nudes, or selling nudes to the um dark web.
it's
So the dark web will buy and send you money.
okay.
So, and they were asking the Mombasa couple, they'd be sent like 70,000 for their 5 year
So,
olds
so, so,
nudes.
so let me share this very quickly as you
Okay.
explain what you're explaining.
Hmm.
If Keith, you can remember, I think it's in July or early July, and to everyone was tuned in, we reported a number of missing children, which was 34. Was it 34, if I can remember? 34 missing kids, and this was
Yeah.
not
Yep.
anywhere in the mainstream media, like this is
Of course.
nowhere. A
They were all
majority
black. They were all
also,
black.
yeah, a majority of also these linked cases, apart from the children, is where black women have been disappearing and there's no traces of them. And I've been giving a story or testimony of where one of my cousins disappeared until to date. The
Mjibe
mother
Nyako.
died and she never got to discover where my cousin literally went
Never
to.
found it.
Yeah, we were assuming she got married, she just wanted to go. And now if you look at all this traffic,
Nah.
yeah, exactly. That's what you'd assume, especially with maybe the bad parenthood and everything. She just wanted to disappear and everything. But if you now try to connect the dot, what this world is about in the hidden reality, there's a lot of, again, kidney, organ, not even kidney, but organ harvesting that is
All
happening.
sponsored. All sponsored by the hacks too. All
Exactly,
of it.
which is mostly affecting black people. So listen to
Yeah.
this and explain what you're saying, which is now becoming a thing in Africa
What's
because
going on, Emil?
no one is talking about this. This is becoming now a big market
Problem.
in Africa. We've
It's
been
a big
talking about
problem.
this happening in the West.
It's been a big problem. You just ain't know about it. It's been a big problem. Ever since
I
they came to Africa, that's been the MO, Joe.
And
mm-hmm,
that's what he's
You,
saying. And I agree with that. So let me show you how big a problem it is.
mm-hmm.
And it's not been a problem like lately.
Lately,
When we were kids.
exactly. Before you explain, I saw recently a child on TikTok on TikTok.
Hmm.
And this was very rare. And I'm talking about something that was very rare as us as growing up as black children.
Hmm.
When you saw a Mzungu, a Chinese, an Indian coming to the village, you are expected to embrace them, right? The
Hmm.
same thing I was supposed to talk about today in the Himba tribe in Namibia,
Hmm.
which is a culture that actually allows women or expects women to have sex with strange men, whether Indian
strangers.
or whatever, so that you can keep the guests pleased till they leave. This is a backward culture, okay?
Hmm.
Now, looking at this, like what you're trying to say, like as a woman, because it's so many, I'm not even talking about culture and traditions, but because of this embracing of some sort of things,
Hmm.
it has kept us in a docile momentum, because yesterday I was talking about having values in some of the things we've been doing, but also being kept docile
Hmm.
in some of the things we are also embracing.
Hmm.
So I want to share this video very quickly, and that's what I'm trying to relate now with me growing
Africa,
up.
Africa degraded, Joey. It's in a degradation state. And they knew that. Ancient
Mm-hmm.
Africans knew that they were going to degrade. So understand, they knew all this. They knew that we were going to break into tribes. They knew all this division. They knew we were going to be conquered.
But
I see. Is that you,
mm-hmm.
Emil? Emil, I see. Oh no, that was Jason who did the video on Anchor Watt and TikTok. Go ahead, Joby.
Yeah, on TikTok I
But
saw
but
that
but
too.
do both of you all understand that's why they left us hieroglyphics
So,
and information. They knew
Hmm.
that we were going to be retrogressive and we will fall down in vibration,
so
but
Yeah.
we, we fell so far down we
I
can't
agree.
even read our own language anymore.
Which is crazy.
No,
Okay, so
no, that's not true. It's still there.
it's still
No,
People
there.
what I'm
still
saying is
people not the majority, but you still got the people in Africa that can read it. The language never lost. Understand? As Africa regressed, the shaman went underground because they knew you guys accepting Jesus and Allah, you were gonna come. They were gonna come to kill them. And
what I'm saying is back in the day when
yeah,
we were who we are supposed to be, everybody could read our
of
language.
course,
Okay, we could
of
read
course,
these hieroglyphics, these tablets that we wrote, all of them.
of
But
course.
it was a common thing. But the fall of the vibration in the common black man happened so intensely that the common black man no longer understands his own language.
I agree. Which
Well, that's
also
true. But that's true. But they sit. Like what we just Anchor Watt. Anchor Watt. That's all on the walls on Anchor Watt. Showing you the whole history. They say the white
Yeah.
man said, that temple's only 1,000 years. That temple's over 10,000 years old.
mhm.
And they try to claim it's somebody else who built it. Nah, that's all black people shit because they never black people on the walls. Anyway, like I said, but they knew that we were gonna fall. That's what they said we're gonna fall. We're gonna be taken to slavery. We're gonna be ruled by savages. Yeah. So they knew all this because they're clairvoyance. Because like you said, we would vibrate at such a high level way back then that we knew these things because they knew through cycles of time we go up and we go down. We go up and we go down. So go ahead,
And
Joby.
and you see the thing is, you see what they call Masons now, what they call Freemasons. These are the
Yeah.
people who kept the knowledge of Africans. Okay?
Well, Freemason. If you understand Freemasonry, that was the Moors. That came from the Moors giving the
Yeah,
European the
that, that,
knives.
that,
So
that's what I'm going to.
because
Let me cook.
because they go ahead.
Let me cook. So the reason why they're called Masons is because they were taught the sacred art of living math. Okay?
Hmm.
Living mathematics produces frequencies that vibrate positively for you as a human. That's why most ancient churches had all these arcs, all these artistic um, ornaments on them. They looked amazing, but everything had purpose. If you look at how that ornament on a certain wall is placed at a certain angle, it produces a certain sound.
Yeah,
And
certain frequency.
they create hymns that, when sung, will produce frequencies that will heal people. That's why people will
Exactly.
flock to church to sing and pray and expect to be healed. That is living science. Okay? So once they understood that, they made it sacred knowledge and they started erasing it from black people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they still hoarding
Okay?
it because yeah, exactly. Because he's right. So as we go started to fall, that knowledge was given to them freely because they said, Moore said, we got to give it to them because if we don't, these savages will murder us before we begin to wake back up. So we have to raise their vibration, have to educate them past the thing of being a barbarian. Because if we don't, they'll murder us all off the planet before we start waking back up. But go ahead, Cameron. You got
So I want to share this video very
Let me
quickly. Okay.
before you continue, let me
Okay.
finish.
Okay.
And um that's when um they started creating what we now call science, which is very unnatural.
Yeah, of course.
Okay?
Against nature.
Like, let me put it this way. You were never meant to split the atom. Okay? That is what we as Africans call sacred energy. It was sacred. Could we have done it? We had the knowledge.
Maybe to someone
Well,
who doesn't
you already did it. In
by
the past,
not
you hate to tell you, Cameron, you already did it.
maybe to
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
who
and
doesn't understand what you mean by splitting the atom outside there. What do you mean but by we were never meant to split the atom
so let me put it
as
this way.
black people?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, as we are the only people to.
Adam is the building blocks of life. But Cameron says no.
Yeah,
They already split. The Africans had already split the atom. But go ahead.
and I know what you're saying, and there's evidence of that in the Sahara Desert and everything around, and that entire desert area around the Sahel region. We have
That's how, exactly.
it's
That's how
also
it
type of
became.
glass.
That's
It's
how it
also type
became.
of glass.
That's why glass underneath it.
Yeah, there's a type of glass that is produced when you have a nuclear explosion around
An atom
that
bomb.
yeah
Right.
scorches everything and creates sand out of
Green
creates
glass.
glass out of sand. So yeah, it's green glass.
Mm-hmm.
So we had learned this lesson so long ago, okay, that it became sacred because we understood that no society ever lives positively or actually succeeds in the positive light once they start
Do me a favor.
practicing.
While Camus is cooking, Joe, let him keep talking. I want you to put us up. Remember, I had you put us up about a year ago. Put us up, Joe. We say the nuclear reactor, the million year nuclear reactor found in the Gabon, Africa.
Yep.
So what Camus is saying, it's already been backed up by archaeology. Say the million-year-old nuclear reactor found in the Gabon. Go ahead, Camus.
So, and that's why you saw after so many years of experimentation of mathematics, of them saying that there was a floating city in the sea called Atlantis, that was us. Okay? The reason why that city they say sank,
Get up with you.
it's more of they lost their way. It didn't sink.
Well,
Okay?
they sank it because what they sank it was because they were opening up portals to lower dimensions. They opened the portals to lower dimension. That's when they started making the first white people. They were housing these demons inside these avatars. And then when you had those say, "Hey man, what the hell y'all doing? Y'all can't be doing this. You guys are
That's
going against
and
creative nature."
exactly. And that was a natural science. That was science that defied nature. That was science that
Well,
defied
it did, but nothing
the
defies nature. It was about them gaining power and being reckless with that power. So I don't like to use the term good and evil because that sounds so elementary. But yeah, so they were becoming more. Like I said, we go through these periods of getting high in vibration, going low. So these guys decide to descend into lower vibrational science,
yeah.
as Camus is talking about.
And here's the thing. Um there's evidence. This is the best part about history. And whenever I meet Caucasians, and they start this race conversation. I never like to start it. I just have conversations with them as hi,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're a person, so to say, so to speak, in matters of speech. I'm a person that, but when they bring up race and whatever, and they love to do that. I don't know why. I don't know why they love to do that. I'd really
Because
like to.
they're inferior in
because
nature.
because they because they think you don't know anything. That's why they do it.
And also they're inferior in nature. I feel like the fact that they're inferior in nature is just trying
All
to
right.
justify themselves that
Their
they are
existence.
superior. Yeah,
All
exactly.
right.
They already know, or if they don't know, based on the lies they're given to be, acting with this superiority, with the rulers of this world and everything, they still want to justify because they're not sure of their existence. They
Mhm.
don't even
That's
know the
true.
meaning of their existence. Let me just say
That's
that.
true.
They can't even understand the meaning of their existence because it's borrowed, it's stolen. It is borrowed, stolen. You've stolen people's cultures,
Those are stolen.
traditions.
No, I want to call
Yeah.
it bar. I think it's
Yeah,
stolen.
I think the reason I'm saying it's borrowed and stolen is because, Keith, you
Oh,
have to change our whole history to your own narrative, a history of
True.
the way people are governing themselves, ruling themselves, to your own narrative, to what's
and then
now
call their culture
exactly to
savagery.
the system that we have today, which has been now super, you know, ruling for years. That is what I'm talking about. Like, you have to convince yourself, who exactly I think I am. You know, this bullshit that
And
they have been quoting. Oh, I am
this
exactly who I think. And sadly, I feel like also we need to keep on. We need to stop even putting up with these quotes we find online. Somehow, that is what I've been learning lately. That's why you
yeah.
won't see me sharing. That's, I think, something I've been learning lately. You won't see me sharing quotes based on, I think, for the last 2 weeks.
Mhm.
You won't see me sharing quotes based on the internet. I want to share quotes based on how I feel,
Mhm.
what I expect people to feel,
Mhm.
what is expected of people's reality, because we're living on reality.
Mhm.
But this bullshit of, you are who you are who you think you are. What? I'm not who I think I am exactly. When my resources are being stolen,
You're a sum of your
I know
decision making
I'm not
process.
who I think I am when I'm living off a fake religion. You
Of
know,
course,
I'm not who I think
that's
I
a decision
am
making process
when
that
I'm
went
living
wrong.
off a fake system. So it's something also I've been learning. Like, Africans have been dwelling on words based on this system and this narrative that has been working upon us, which is not what we're supposed to be living with.
So as I continue, I like having a conversation with white people in
Mhm.
this regard, right?
Yeah.
So when they say or when they talk about race, I'm like, but let me ask you a question, right? Did you know that black people produce white people?
Every
No,
every being
no, like black people
or every
can
us.
make white people.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is
Uh,
literally we create non-melanated people.
mm-hmm.
Okay? Albinos lack melanin. Number two, did you know that black people have every variation of hair? Okay, we from soft to the hardest hair.
Brown,
We vary
black.
genetically from the lightest skin to the darkest skin. You know that white people cannot make black people, no matter how much
Of course.
they do each other between themselves, they can never create us.
Of course.
And then I asked them,
They don't have melanin.
why
How
would
would
you
they?
disrespect your parents? That's my only question to white people nowadays. Why would you come to your parents' homeland and disrespect them openly? Because that's a very interesting question because it addresses a lot of wrongs. Okay? You came here
Mm.
after we taught you all what we taught you all. You came here.
But it's not it. I'd love to share. As you explain what you're explaining,
Yeah.
I want to go back to a video I just shared last week on Monday on one of my shows on the Pan African Bliss show. Why people say they brought you civilization, Kamish? So how dare you? And then
They
to
brought me
relate
what?
to civilization, they brought you roads. They brought you what you never had. So you better
Wait,
be
wait, wait, wait,
appreciative,
wait, wait.
and you better not demand for reparations,
Oh my God.
because there's no generation of you that actually can benefit off reparations. And then, just to pause on it, I love the fact that I've been bumping into videos lately regarding Kenya. Kenyans, I love the brilliance and the awakening in our
Joby, they did
people.
what for us?
Wait, the brilliance and the awakening in our people is,
Amazing to watch.
it's amazing to watch. I've been seeing Kenyans lately studying about the British conquering
Mhm,
not just Kenya,
mhm,
but the countries they conquered,
mhm,
what they wrote,
mhm,
what their agendas was,
mhm,
and they've been studying on that
mhm,
so deeply.
mhm.
So with what you're saying, you need to understand these European countries are, I think, to just analyze everything, you'll have to fight super hard, and this is more than a physical fight.
Of course.
It is a mental fight.
Yeah.
And Kamlesh,
This
to
is an
understand
ideological
to
fight.
understand this
It's a
more than
fight
a
of
mental
ideology.
fight.
So
Let me play this video. So I don't know if you listen to Ikonini. I barely listen to Ikonini. Shout to Danny
so
Talks.
before you go to
I listen to Ikonini because
yeah.
of Danny Talks.
So before you go to Ikonini,
Mm-hmm.
you say they did what for us? They brought us what?
Railways,
Civilization.
roads,
Oh my God.
schools,
Such generous people.
hospitals.
What, for free?
How dare you?
They did all that for us for free?
Of course.
Oh my God.
How
So we are
dare you?
talking about a few decades ago, right?
How dare you?
So question is, who taught you math? Why? Okay? Who taught you math? Who came to your continents when you all were painting your faces blue and effing sheep? Who came and got you out and taught you chemistry, physics, astrology, the number system? Who came and taught you morality that you shouldn't marry your own daughter? Civilization is not the ability to use someone else's knowledge to create things that they already had. Okay? They didn't civilize us. They brought back our own knowledge, Joby. We went there. We taught them how to weave. We taught them how to make antibiotics out of plants. Anytime they'd see a black person, they'd kill them and eat them thinking that they were nutritious. They came to Africa and almost ate all the mummies out of Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Believing that they had supernatural powers.
Bro, I saw. Oh my God!
And these are the people that brought us civilization.
There's a video going. Oh my God!
How civilized are you that you eat dead people?
I'm so scared and embarrassed to even say this.
And
there's a video, Kamlesh.
Joby, you know they used to have mommy eating parties. Like when.
So listen. Today in I don't know, it's in Africa or which country, but there's a video going viral today.
Mm-hmm.
As we speak, all right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a video because you understand white people participated heavily in cannibalism,
Of
right?
course.
There's a video of a white priest. He has a black man's feet,
Mm-hmm.
and then is like anointing or cleansing it, and then it's supposed to be meant to believe that this water that this black man's feet is being used is supposed to heal you. So people went crazy. There was even a stampede.
Mm-hmm. For the water.
Yeah, because it was washed by a black man's feet or using a black man's feet. And of course the belief that comes with it's disturbing. It's disturbing. I watched that on Instagram or TikTok. I'm not really sure, but it was super, super disturbing.
And do you know what that tells you about how they see us, Joby? They see us as medical remedies. They see us.
They have been.
They see us as the complete genome. You get? Do you know why? Because their genome is not complete. And this is why, you see, so before, when during slavery days and apartheid and Jim Crow days and segregation days,
Yeah.
a black man marrying a white woman was, or being romantically, or even seen to ogle a white woman was cause for death. Like
If
you'd be
you married a white woman,
not even married,
Mm.
even stared too long,
of course.
even showed interest,
Yeah,
they will kill you.
I mean, this were.
But what happens
I mean,
now?
Listen, like the.
Let me finish.
Mhm.
Today, they flip the script.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Mhm.
every successful black famous person has a really, really light-skinned or Caucasian woman next to him, and that's his symbol of I made it. Okay? And that was something they killed us for in the early years. You know why? Because they understood that we can water down white genetics and wipe them out. Like we can literally, through just systematic crossbreeding with white people, we can literally breed out the Caucasian genome. And through time, do you know why? Because the black woman carries the complete genome within her, which no other race of woman does. That's why we as black people have the complete genome, which no other race does, because every other race, and sorry to say this, is not original.
Which is true.
Okay?
You don't have to be.
It's a derivative. It's a derivative of us. So that's why you see them so eager to figure us out. That's why you see them so protective.
I agree.
That's why you see them so protective of their race.
They don't stop.
Okay, they're so protective of their race because they know that if they're, and their women like us. Okay, their women actually really, really like us. Keith knows about white girls and seeing every black man as a BBC candidate for hire. Okay, if you understand the lingo. Okay, they look at us, they objectify us, they want us, they see us as exotic things. They see us as, oh my God, look at how black his skin is. Oh my God, he doesn't get sunburns easy.
Yeah.
You know, and they look at us like, I wish I had that. I wish I had that. And that's where all this hate and simplified judgment, because that's all it is. Okay, because if they were complex life forms, they'd be more inclined to education and improvement of self than pettiness and rage bait and hatred. Because what we're seeing around the world right now, let's take a close look. Just kidogo, just a bit. We have right-wing politicians rising all over Caucasian land. Okay, why? Because they're selling the age-old race bait, rage bait politics. Okay, we don't want immigrants. We don't want this. We don't want that. I bet you the US economy collapses without immigrants. I bet you Germany's economy collapses without immigrants. Is it called the H1B1 visa? If the US took away the H1B1 visa, Silicon Valley dies. Because what do? They brain drain the world. They get the best people, the smartest, the most industrious, the most highest capacity thinking, and they put them and they give them US visas to go study in the US, and then they make sure they never leave. They give them citizenship. Okay, they give them green cards, and then after that,
they give them American dream.
Yeah, after the green cards, they apply for full citizenship. They get full citizenship, and those are the people that are the proudest Americans, and they want to do the most for America because they feel like America has done something for them, and they feel that because they don't understand that by them leaving where they come from, their people, their country, their continent, whichever, from China, they have made their people weaker. And there was this joke made the other day that the American math team finally beat the Chinese math team, and it was all Chinese kids wearing US flag t-shirts. It was all Chinese. We know where these people came from. We know where they're descended from. All you did was brain drain, get as many people from around the world to your country. And this is what these people do. When the British started leaving their colonized regions, what did they do? They took the best of the best with them.
But still left some here.
They left the ones that were aware, Joby. Most people aren't aware. Most people are convinced with the shiny and new.
Why did they? Okay, so if they left,
They left the smart ones here, and then they left
okay.
their puppets
Yeah,
here.
to ask why did they come with the Indians? Because I feel like the Indians.
So the Indians. So
like,
let me put it this way:
what are the Indians?
it's the age-old story of
Indians invasion.
So the Indians were
the Indians came as a buffer. Indians came as a buffer race, Joe. But every sort of empire, you want to make a buffer race of people.
Yeah.
So Indians been lackeys of the British. They would come in to help keep black people down. They would be given the crumbs off a master's table, and they would help to keep Africans down. So they would be given some semblance in society that was right above the African, but lower than the European. And you always create buffer races.
And again, let me finish.
In history, before
reason why they were brought is because they had already been colonized and ushered into the system. They were already used
they were
to.
Already India.
Yes, India was colonized way before Africa.
India was colonized in 17. India was colonized. You'll look it up in 1754. Just type it in. When did Britain colonize India?
Yeah, because my next question was coming.
Like 17.
What is you being used as a buffer race for, and you have zero?
No.
Like
I've already put the yoke upon you and
so
whipped you into submission.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, why you're being used as a buffer race? Because you've already experienced now this historical events that are taking place in other, which is not new to you.
Yeah.
It's been happening in your country. It's new to other races because you're approaching a new different race. It's new. How do I explain it?
I get what you're saying. So do you know how they discovered Africa? They were looking for a route to India. Do you know how they discovered America? They were looking for a route to India.
That's what they keep saying. I don't believe that. That's a lie. That's the white propaganda. They already knew because the more they get. Let me say something. They already had all the old maps from the African. They already had all the old maps from the Africans when Spain was reconquering Al-Andalus and making it back Spain. So all the old maps the Africans already had going back and forth to what they called the New World. He wasn't looking for no damn India. That's the scam they keep telling you. He was looking for India. No, he wasn't. He was looking for where they got that, where the Moors are bringing that gold in from. Go ahead.
Let me cook. So
so like Joby cooked the wires. What happened?
small. They didn't really have the full picture.
You back? Sound like Joby was cooking the wires. You guys ever lost you again? I always Joby to come back. How you doing, Emil? How you doing? How's everybody at? I'm in a bad area, shit. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I don't know if I'm even audible. I'm out in West Texas. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm trying to stop somewhere I get decent internet. But every time I try to stop somewhere, the damn internet keeps going off. Oh, shit.
Can you hear me?
Oh, they almost back. You guys back?
Can you hear me, Keith?
Yeah, I hear you. You back? It's because I can't see, but I hear you.
Okay, let me know to everyone on the chat if you guys can hear me. But Kamlesh, you can continue, I think.
Well, yeah, I'm sure I can hear you.
Be audible. Yeah.
Yeah,
So they started colonizing.
Let me know if you can hear me kindly. If not, also let me
you're audible, Joe, because
let me know if you can hear me. and to everyone with us on the chat. And as you join, kindly hit the like button and also ensure you download our app on the Google Play Store. The voice behind the mic is Kamlesh, joined us today on the Africa Today show. We were supposed to be discussing about America no longer being the giant of the
Same
world, and
thing.
that is where
Oh, we're going
actually
there.
we're directing our conversation to, trying to understand where is this all emerging from? Where did all this emerge from? So, karibuni sana. But yeah, Kamlesh, continue.
So um, that's where Keith comes in and says
Mhm.
they were brought in as a buffer race. So a buffer race is very important when you're trying to establish dominance. Okay, it's the same thing companies do when they hire managers and supervisors and heads of
Exactly.
departments. Okay, because they keep the employees away from the CEO. So when the white people came, they had already built railways and all those things all across India. You get?
Mm-hmm.
So they bring Indians here who are already broken into willing
Exactly. Bootlicks. And remember, the Indians helped fight. Indians, Indians helped fight with the Europeans
because the
take over
Indian
Africa.
continent is huge. It has arid areas, it has wetlands, unaget. So it has malaria. So wako na maugonjwa zetu, wako na mashida zetu.
Yeah.
So they brought Indians because they were a bit more resistant to the um, climatic conditions
Okay.
over here. And the Indians had already been broken down and had the requisite skills to do what these people needed to do. And that's
True.
why you find to this day, Indian people in African countries don't look at Africans as equals because they were
Exactly.
sold that narrative of you're better than the African. Why? To keep them in line.
In line.
You
Because
get?
yeah,
Like
they're the buffer race. Hmm.
if I tell you that you're not as good as me, but you're better than that one,
Yeah.
you'll feel some sort of
Exactly.
privilege,
Inferiority
complex.
complex.
Hmm. And then,
That's what.
Yeah.
See, but
while
person,
at the
person.
same time, while I'm selling
Say the
you
cam, say
inferiority
the cameras,
complex, I'll
say
sell
the
you
cameras. Can you
superiority
guys hear me?
complex to the
Exactly.
yeah,
That's
Can you
true.
guys
So
hear
both
me?
of them,
yeah.
Can you
it's a
guys hear me?
mind confusing.
You're
Can you
inferior than me,
guys
but
hear me?
superior than that
Can you
one.
guys hear
So
me?
you're
I
in
don't think
this
you guys can
position
hear
where
me.
you feel a bit privileged.
And that's how
Kama ma
somehow,
prefect wa shule na ma monitor.
exactly, that's also somehow we're talking about culture and traditions, which has become a very big, effective thing. It has become a very big, effective challenge in African countries, because when you talk about culture and traditions, mostly are affected.
Mhm.
Ya pili. Yeah, toya. Toya.
Can you
Toya.
can you guys hear me now?
Yes, kid, I can hear you. Yeah, toya.
Okay.
Eu como chama, yeah. Eu como chama. Then ekapu. Then ingine ya pili or whatever.
Yeah, I was saying just to come in on what Cam was talking about, them being a buffer race. He's right. They would adapt to the client better than them, and also understanding, that's where their hatred comes from. Because they say you're not the African, you're beneath us, you're not white. That's why you see the Indians right now going all crazy for what? The cats killing the Palestinians. Like, can we help you, master, kill the Palestinians? Can we join them with you, master? Right? And, and the white people, the white Jews said, nah, you're still a dirty Indian. We're not gonna let you move to Israel. You're still a dirty Indian. That's what they tell them to their face. I love it, but you're still a dirty Indian. But anyway, yeah, they were saying that you're better than the African. You're not white, but you're better than them. So that's what they would use them for. So they would have them to keep tabs on the Africans to keep them under their boot. That's why you bring in a buffer race.
At the same time, when white people wanted information,
Exactly.
Indians were available to as espionage agents because they pose.
Exactly.
I hate him too. He's also doing me wrong like this. Okay.
How does Camus know this? And most Kenyans know. This is crazy. How does Camus know this? Most Kenyans don't know this. But anyway, go ahead.
Off topic.
Mhm.
We'll discuss. we'll
Keith,
discuss
Keith,
it.
I researched.
Okay, politically, personally, I think Kamlesh is smart. So if you can get him actually on one of our shows or
Well,
two,
we know he's smart. I'm saying, how does he know all this shit? And most
politically,
Africans
personally,
don't.
I know Kamlesh is very smart. So if you can get him on one of our
Keith,
shows
how do
or
I
two,
know?
cool. Maybe one of these shows or two. It's good to have a
Because
good
what
argument.
he's saying is 100% true. But
Yeah.
I know most Kenyans don't know what he's saying because they still idolize Indians who are there to spy and fuck up African people. What he's saying is
So
correct.
so
Go ahead.
reason why I know this, I like to research, and I
Okay.
don't just read what they allow me to read. I like going, and I'm gonna put it like this.
It's called cross referencing. You like going to find a different
Yeah,
books and cross
I know how to
reference
do
until
my
you find it, until you're comfortable with what you find.
and I'd really advise all people, all truth seekers, to understand how to use a Tor browser. Okay, because the information that you see
It's out there.
on the
It's a
indexed
lot.
web is limited, and
Oh, it's
it's
all lies. Yeah, it's all lies. It's all lies now.
I've said this broadly, and I'm gonna say it again.
Mhm.
I'm scared of going to dark web. I've been
Why?
shown
Dark
how to
web.
dark web
Mhm.
already. I've been shown how to go to dark web, but I can't because lately I feel like I've been bumping into so much information, so
So let
much,
me put it this way:
so much
you think you're
that I
bumping into
feel is not
information
even supposed to be. I always ask, how are these accounts not banned for putting these informations out? Number one. But then I
I
go
can tell you
back,
why.
not
Because
even
that
trying
is
to
the information they
understand,
want out.
not trying to understand exactly. Now that's something
Of
also
course.
we've been talking about that lately, right? Like nowadays they're not scared of putting out any information out because
Because they have to tell you what they're going to do before they do it.
exactly. I'm not trying to figure out anything more than that I know unless I bump into it. So I said I'm not gonna go to dark web to capture more evil images than what I've
I,
seen.
I don't
Because trust
I don't know
me,
if the dark web be good for Joby. Those images, I don't know if she can take all that kind of
Yeah,
evil.
that's a lot of
I can't.
that's a
I
lot of
admit, like
there are things
already,
that keep me up at night
I
though.
really see
There are
crazy
things I've
stuff.
seen.
Um, you can be honest because sometimes Kit is not active on Instagram, and most
Mhm.
of our viewers also right here are
No.
not active on Instagram. But you can agree to disagree. Nowadays, Instagram has
Crazy.
most of this information,
Yep.
which is crazy. Trust
Yeah.
me, you'll
No,
find
but
some
Joby,
darker shit. You like,
Joby,
what the
Joby.
hell is this?
Here's the thing.
You don't want to be on the you don't want to be on the internet the whole. That's me on the weekend. I'd
Joby.
rather. That's why Kamlesh, you texted me on Saturday. I'll reply you on Monday.
Mhm. Yeah.
You That's just honestly, like you text me. You remember the last
Yeah.
text we texted was on Saturday, and I
Mhm.
replied you on Monday. I think on morning or
Mhm.
Sunday evening. Now, because I don't
I
want to
just
be.
got
The
back.
internet is toxic and crazy. Trust me. Nowadays, they're not hiding
I,
anything
I,
anymore.
I don't know about Instagram, so you're right. I never
So
seen nothing shocking on Instagram. I'm not going to lie.
after the up and bottom jaw. Oh my god!
So
I'll call that disturbing. That's funny. That's not really disturbing to me, Joey. I know they have human meat. The Jays have been putting human beings inside the meat. That's what I told you about the movie, Joey. 30 years, 40 years ago, Soylent Green. They told you they were going to do it.
After that,
mm,
this weekend, I bumped into two more stories
mhm.
of people complaining about having jaw with meat. Human meat. Man, I was fucked up in the head. I
See,
You know,
Joey like that. Joey's like the lady all messed up. I laughed at it's a jawbone in my shit.
this weekend,
Keith,
I've not been on TikTok. This whole weekend, I've not been on
Oh
TikTok
shit.
for my own safety, and
can
I,
I
I
I tell
didn't
you something?
I
So
didn't know bro I didn't know broke Joby. Because
so
Joby asked Keith, why you laughing? Because it was funny. You see, there's some jawbone in my shit. Jawbone.
man,
Keith, Keith, I know
Yeah,
you understand this. What they're doing, Joby, is called societal conditioning.
that's
Okay?
true too.
So the reason why you're seeing this, and like what you're seeing on Instagram and these platforms, is like a tip of the iceberg. Joe,
Exactly.
Because I was like,
I don't
after
know.
seeing a Joe and bottom,
No, Joe, you're
Joe,
talking about
I bumped into more two pictures of
So-
Joe.
so the
I was-
difference between the internet you use is
Hey, Joby said, I bumped into more jaw.
god damn.
I was fucked up.
So the internet, the difference between the dark web and the internet is the index. And the index is that HTTPS, www, that's an address. Like we know where you're at. The dark
Exactly.
web, there is no index.
No,
So
nothing.
you go to a place that you know. You can't go to something that you don't know. You can't discover what you don't know. And I wish I didn't know some shit. So, but let me traumatize you as well.
Oh,
Um,
come, let's
I saw
friends.
videos. Yeah, sure. Let's share the trauma. Let's share the trauma. Yeah, let's share the trauma.
Yeah.
This is my
And
friend.
I think I should send you that. No, I shouldn't.
Don't send
It's a
me
video
that.
of a very wealthy palace somewhere in the world. I don't know where, or a very wealthy compound.
Underground shit.
No, not even underground, Joby. And it's black people being cooked over an open pit fire.
That's
Mhm.
what I'm telling you.
Okay.
Okay, this to
And-
disclose what I was
and-
telling you. The food.
No.
People are going crazy about the black food. Like it's a
Joe-
priest using a black food. And people are going nuts about
You know what?
touching this water of a black wash.
You know what?
Well, remember. Hold on. Let me say this real quick, Tam. Let me say this real quick. Well, you know, Joe, you might get also in the dark web. You know, what you know is you already know about they used to take our hair, right, and put it in the furniture cushions, right? Now, I didn't tell you they would take our bodies, our black bodies. Most of the plantations furniture was made out of black people. That was the skin. I know.
Wait.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wait. Hold on. Furniture.
yeah, they made furniture out of you.
Furniture. That's the furniture you made. The furniture you're sitting on. They made furniture out of you, Joe. They would eat your body. Remember, you know they would eat you. Then they would tan your skin like they do a cow, and they make furniture out of you.
Keith, you know about
Yeah.
Furniture. What sort of furniture are we talking about?
chairs,
Chairs,
tables,
couches,
couches.
tables, furniture, Joey. All the most of the plantation was made with black
Keith,
people's
Keith,
skin. Go ahead, Jim.
you know the story about behind the. You know when they go horse racing.
Oh yeah.
The company that always hosts them is called Steak or something.
Yeah, it's called Belmont steaks. That's because the steaks they used to put black people on steaks and then fry them and cook them.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's called Belmont steaks. So
Belmont steaks.
they didn't change. Yeah, Belmont. They never changed the name. And it's a prestigious place now, and they got to there because that's where they would put black people on steaks and cook them and burn them up, burn them alive.
Listen, let's even
See,
You know why?
we can't take that now.
You know why they called him that? First of all, he never beat his slaves. He saw
Yeah,
them
he didn't
as
believe it.
So
Yeah,
when they drone him, he just burned them.
yeah.
Burn you at the stake.
He just could
And
get the
otherwise
steak.
people will come watch. So when they outlawed slavery, what did he do? He turned to the next animal he knew that could attract
The horses.
attention and money,
Mm.
horses. And that's why
Horses.
even Wall Street is built off black people. They get
Of
them off
course.
the ship and sell them right there. That's why it was,
That's how Wall Street started. Exactly.
okay. There's literally more than 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 100,000 people buried beneath.
But underneath Wall Street, yeah. The black bodies underneath there, yeah. That's how Wall Street got started.
What I'm learning today is about
And so Belmont Steaks was one of the people that started Wall Street. So the money that he got from trading in black people and burning black people at the stake for sport, he'd go invest it in Wall Street.
Wall Street. That's how Wall Street was black. Wall Street was built on black bodies. That's how Wall Street came about. That's That was the first trading of African slaves.
Black bones
Yeah,
as furniture.
not even as
Yeah,
fun.
look this up. Look this up, Joe. But let's see if Google will tell you.
I'm not looking at anything up. Is I guess
Yes, yes, they
I'm not
would.
looking at
Joby,
nothing already up. This is really traumatizing
Joby,
as it is.
they join your femurs together, make a
Factor.
walking stick, and use it to support their fat,
Let me share this.
unhealthy,
Let me
diabetes riddled
if
self.
Black history doesn't traumatize you, something is fucked up on your head. Something is really wrong with your head. I'm gonna share this lady's story. Like, this is what I understood her, because this is me. This is me right now. Okay? Because this is something I'm learning right now, and I'm feeling fucked up. I'm feeling emotional. I'm feeling fucked
You
up.
don't even want to know what they did to black girls at
What do
Epstein
you
Island.
mean? You're using black bones for furniture.
You know they had
What do
they
you
had
mean?
at Epstein's Island.
You already used black hair stuffing on pillows.
Oh yeah. So there's a certain billionaire. Okay.
Kamlesh,
Before you
don't go
continue,
far.
at Epstein's Island, there's a certain billionaire. He will remain unnamed, but he likes to make vaccines.
Oh,
Okay.
well,
Keith, you know him, right? There's this billionaire.
oh.
Keith, are you there?
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm listening.
Yeah, there's this billionaire that likes to make vaccines and offer them to Africans. So at Epstein's Island, they had a name for him.
The philanthropist.
Yeah, the philanthropist.
The philanthropist.
They had a very they had their own nickname.
The Microsoft.
I am not mentioned. I can neither confirm nor deny those
That.
allegations.
I'll confirm and deny as well. But
So
rumors have it.
so
Yeah, he's a philanthropist.
so they knew his needs at the island. Okay, he didn't come for sexual favors. He came to test out new things on people, and he preferred black girls. Okay, so after they had defiled them for years or months or whatever, and thrown them in dungeons or sold them in Saudi Arabia as pieces of human flesh, okay, or taken them to the red light district in Amsterdam, and because there's a whole underground sex ring that operates beneath that. They do that, or they keep them for the philanthropist. The philanthropist was their worst nightmare. They actually preferred the pedophiles to this man, because he'd inject you and watch you over days as a certain serum reacted with you.
Oh no, what was this happening?
Epstein's.
Remember,
Epstein's Island. You know Epstein's Island.
Remember, Epstein was what they call see these wackos, what they call eugenicists, Joby. They're psychopaths. So
Yep.
so the whole thing's always to get black women. Remember you got the video, Joby, it's the same crowd of those black women. They said, "Oh, you black women got something that no one ever has." And you're like, "What?" Yeah. Like, you guys got the best eggs, and we like to get some of those eggs. Like, what? What is this crazy cracker talking about? That's them, Joe.
Yeah. So
Genesis.
So I have listened to. I've been avoiding this
Scientologists.
conversation of the Epstein cases files, but there's so many videos of now Trump emerging of even him being a pedophile to his own daughter. Okay, but which I'm not gonna get into right now. On that sexualization and everything.
they might South Park us. Be careful.
I'm just saying, allegedly, all that sexualization, images that we've been seeing online. This is crazy.
Kid, how does it feel to have a tyrant for president?
Hold on. Before you ask any question.
Hell, they all perverts. And all these presidents have molested children. Shit, what? He ain't the first.
This is crazy because
Obama, she. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
okay, listen. We're talking
They had files on him too.
Listen, we're talking about underground cities,
Of course.
railroads, whatever, subways. I don't know, underground shit going on, And listen to this video, okay? I'm gonna share this video very quickly before I share this lady who's talking about if African history doesn't affect you, something is wrong with you and something is crazy with
Of
you.
course, of course,
My
because it's we've
about
been as a race
kidnapping.
we've been
You guys worried about
brutalized.
the 34 missing children? What about the 60 that they just found in Tampa, Florida last week?
So 60 children were found in Tampa last week.
Damn, I didn't know that shit.
Leave alone the kidnapped ones. Now this is 60 of them.
Let's talk about them. Let's talk about the 60 children, some of them which were pregnant, that had horrific things happening to them. 8 people have been
Wow.
arrested in a sting called Dragon's Eye, and there's nothing about it because the 34 children supposedly is a hoax. But yet they found 60 children and nobody, silence. I've seen it on the news, a little blurb of it. Fucking sick world we live in, man. I don't understand it. How can we not be all over this? How can there not be a million posts about this?
This is nowhere. Trust
Mm.
me. I searched for this. I saw it on
Because they
Saturday.
control the
I saw
media.
this on Saturday.
Exactly, Canvas.
12
Exactly, Joby.
12 midday, and I searched for the whole conversation. I couldn't find it anywhere on the mainstream media about these kids who are found, these 16 missing children, and still on the other kids who are missing last time, there's still no mainstream media which has reported about it.
Mhm.
You know, this is psychopathic. Like, this is psychopathic. I don't know if people really sit down, even after these conversations. Like, do you guys sit down and think about what we talk about and how deep it is?
Yeah.
Like, just
There-
being sincerely
Hell, you know
honest.
how deep it is. You new to the party, Joby.
No, okay, I'm new to the party. Yes, thank you. I'm new to the party. I'm still surprised. It still shocks me. It still affects me. I'm not gonna even lie.
You
But
never told us that it still affects you like that.
it does affect every journalist. There's no way, kid, you're also gonna tell me this. Even in your research, you're not
Of
gonna
course,
mention your
of
research.
course, of course. I've sat down and cried. I've sat down and cried, Joby. Of course, I've welled my eyes off on some of the shit I've heard of. Shit that's broke my heart. Of course, I'm not gonna say, yeah, I'm not expecting you know, yeah. If I sat down and cried like a baby, yes,
Exactly.
yes.
That's what I'm talking about. Because as a journalist, how many times are you gonna see me? There's so many times I've walked out of my shows. You'll see me. I don't wanna maybe have a conversation with you after the shows.
You never told me.
It's because it's super effective. Like, I don't have to talk about it. It's just because it's part of my job. It's part of what I love, and I
But
have to
still,
know
it still would affect you a certain way, Joby. It's
yeah,
gonna affect.
yes, I just have to know how to deal with it. And that's why we've discussed, I think 2 months ago, I discussed about how journalists have been handling these issues affecting, especially political issues. You'll find people going crazy. Journalists are going crazy. I'm not even capping about this. Journalists are going crazy. And most of the journalists especially have been going crazy about the
Mhm.
after the pandemic hoax, because most of them were lied to report lies,
Of
and
course,
forced to force many people to engage in this
of course, of
agenda,
course. We know
coming
what
to
you're saying,
find out
Joby. Yes.
what it's all about, and then they get fucked up. It's been happening in Kenya and many countries. Journalists are going crazy, not just about the pandemic, but so many stories. Now, looking at me as a journalist, and then you as a listener, that's what I'm saying, because we have the mainstream media, kid. The mainstream media, which has been a hoax, a propaganda, a narrative that has been controlling people.
But like Canvas
have
has told you, they own it.
People, yes, you might assume we have the normal audience we have, but trust me, every single day, even if YouTube won't show us, there's always someone new watching our shit. That's one thing I do
Of
believe.
course.
In YouTube or on this platform, there's always someone new watching your shit or bumping into your shit, and they're gonna learn something out of it. So, to you who's listening and learning about all this, how does it feel for you? Because this is traumatizing to me for today to figure
Because
out.
because
Like,
as an African, your mind can't fathom someone making furniture out of another human being. You can't fathom that kind of evil. But I'm gonna tell you, you better believe it happened in Africa too. You just don't know about it. They haven't changed. They were the
So
same people in colonization as they were in slavery. So don't think you just don't know the stories. You better believe there's a lot of Kenyans that were made as couches and seat cushions and all kind of evil shit, Joe.
There's
Go
someone
ahead,
today
Camus.
who asked me a very important question. I don't know if it
Mhm,
was you
mhm,
or but either among our group. Someone asked me, Joby, the same question you keep on asking me, kid. How many people do you think have the information you have? That was a question posed to
very
me.
few.
And trust me, I looked
I
at
told I
my
told you somebody's gonna answer that.
yeah, I
You
looked at how many people
you and Camus are in a rare to Africa. That's why it's on and that's on purpose. But go ahead, Joe.
We see it unfiltered.
I put myself in
Mm.
that group of how many people would understand what I understand. And trust me, it's few people.
So
What were churches? So many few people understand what we understand today, which is crazy.
can I give you some dark history
Which
about
is
your country?
so crazy.
So in
So
Kenya,
what I've learned today really has hurt me a lot. Like being honest, this is something
yeah, she's
new
tearing
I've
up
learned
and wiping
today.
away tears.
It's crushed me. This is something I didn't know.
Can I give you quick facts about your country, Kenya?
Mhm.
You know why Naivasha is called the Las Vegas of Kenya? So they tried to rebrand Nakuru as Nax Vegas, but the Las Vegas of Kenya has always been Naivasha. So during colonization and even after the first, while doing those handovers and the first regimes and all that, Naivasha was the playboy town. Okay, the old mansions in Naivasha even have tunnels because
Oh,
that's where these white people will go cheat,
of course.
have affairs with black women, dump bodies of the ones that went too far in the lakes. Okay, that's where
Yeah,
they have experimental procedures on us. It was
of course.
basically a whole town that was so isolated from black people, and that's why you see it's taken so long for the government to start allowing sale of certain parts of that area. Okay, it was actually,
Fucked up. I'm not gonna lie.
so
You
they'd
guys
eat us,
really
they'd eat
fucked
us,
me up today.
they'd eat us in Naivasha. That's why
What do you mean furniture? Like furniture?
Furniture, Joba. Furniture. You were made into furniture. And when they once they killed you
You
and
really
ate most
fucked
of your
me up.
they would
For
they would
real.
take your skin. You know, they would take your skin, Job. You know, you do a cow and leather it and tan it. They would take your skin, Job, with leather, and they make furniture out of it. And they'd be
one
sitting on you. It's
one
furniture. You be the
one of the
couch, you be the chair, you be the you was furniture, Job.
one of the top
When
one
he
of the
was
top
smiling.
commissioners during slavery, not slavery but colonization in Kenya,
Ugh.
actually had a walking stick made out of Mau Mau femurs.
See? Exactly. See?
Okay,
I'm not
where
trying to
they
laugh,
take
but that's
femurs
what they do.
from uh,
It's damn knee
captured,
bone.
yep, from captured freedom fighters, take their
Mhm.
legs off and make walking sticks.
What do you mean?
Right here.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
And
What they mean? Don't take your leg, chop your leg out, Toby.
go to
Is
Central.
he walking stick?
Yeah,
What's that?
yeah,
This is
yeah. The ones
things.
that you see these people glorifying. That's where the history comes in from, Joby. Okay? Is it these sexy walking sticks?
Eh,
That's where the history comes from. If you go to Central Province, right here to Upper V Central, you'll have schools where kids are studying now, where they still have the detention centers and rooms where black people or Mau Mau or freedom fighters were tortured.
How is that valuable today?
They're keeping history alive. Don't.
They,
And here's why I love the fact that they've never destroyed these locations and these rooms and places. Okay, because these were detention camps once, but when we acquired freedom, these were already built institutions that had whatever. So what did the government do? They put a fresh coat of
let's go to
whatever
paint on it.
paint on it. They
Get the
renamed
movie. Yeah.
so and so school, and they send kids over there to go learn.
That's
But
crazy.
they've had the reasoning or the frame of mind to actually not destroy these torture chambers Because right now, even the kids that are studying there know that our freedom fighters were tortured here, and they shouldn't destroy those things. Keep our history alive.
That's
Learn.
true.
Look at it, and know right here, this room, black people have lost their lives in here.
You got that,
is,
and that's and what Cameron saying is true. Listen, that's not in your history book. You know how vicious they did to the Mau, the torture they did, Joby. They were cutting off their penises, sticking them in their mouth. This the stuff you can't imagine. That the level of evil the British did is it's unfathomable. But it's not nobody's history book. Unfathomable. Shit they did in Africa. It's not just Kenya, Zimbabwe, Ghana, Nigeria. Unfathomable the wicked they've done. This is who they are. Like I said, you better believe somebody right now in Kenya. I bet my life. Somebody sitting on some furniture that has not been gone away. They don't even know it. It's somebody's black skin. It's some African skin. That's just a fact. That is a fact. They don't never throw the shit away. They don't. You don't know. You sit there, you go sit there. Oh, this is a nice leather. You don't know that's your great grandmother's back plate.
and let me show you even further.
It really hurts before Kamlesh even explain. This really. Some people might. I feel. I don't know. What was your first experience of learning everything you know today, and the
Painful.
the procedure of your emotions? But
Painful.
trust me, till to date, I'm not over it. It still affects me.
Yeah.
With news, I report every single. That's what I'm telling Keith, and also for trying to make him understand with the research he does. Sometimes it's painful.
Yeah.
So you guys also, it's easy to bring up stories right here and all that, but trust me, it's not easy
To go research to know.
to bring these stories to you. It's not that easy.
Because as an African people, for the last 1,000 years, we've been hunted. We've been hunted and
As game.
as game, and we've been degraded and really treated savagely. The level of savagery. And I sent you 2 videos. I want you to play those 2 videos once you get done with this, Joby, showing that the way this guy's trying to put together. He's just saying it's not Satan, dude. There's no Satan, but he's trying to stand like black people found the youth. That's where did these white people come from? Why is it so wicked and evil? Everybody knows that. They don't even know all the wicked shit they've done, but they're asking why are they so evil. They know that.
I feel like in general, not even focusing on the main ideal of the video I was to share on my topic, but still focusing on the topic. America no longer being the giant of the world, because that's what we've been made to see. Africans have been the giant of the world.
We still are.
And this is in
Well, the majority of the world you have been.
everything, because also recently, like Keith was trying to explain, we've had Nigeria emerging, of course, due to the mainstream media. Nigeria is the giant of the world. You can't
Hey,
do that.
pause there, Joey. At one time,
Let me explain it, Kate, or before you get into it and jump into it. You can't say this is the giant of the world with all this culture and traditions and different 200 and something ethnic differences of groups talking. This is about the giant of the world. I can't even understand that. You can't even understand each other. So fuck you and your giantism of the world.
When you say F, you don't get mad. Don't get mad. Okay, but don't get mad at them, because it's right. That's what's held. So let's go back 30 years ago. Nigeria was projected to be bigger than China, but if they could deal with their ethnic, their tribal shit. But that was a threat to white power. So white power moved into Nigeria to destroy it, and that's what's happened. To destabilize and destroy. That's why you got the terrorists, the Boko Harams, and you got tribalism on another level in Nigeria. It was set up to fail on purpose. So you can't go ahead.
To make it very simple, I'm gonna share the video of this lady who's explaining it very well. I feel like now, if we set our differences aside, this is the type of feeling we should be having. Listen to this lady, what she's saying.
More about
get rid of tribalism.
It's really clinging to my mind that y'all are not mad enough about colonization. Y'all are not like anybody. You can tell Latin America, North America, Australians, Africans, Asian people, everywhere.
Yeah, she didn't like specifically mention any group. She's talking about global,
Geographical
exactly,
locations
collective
where this happened.
Africans, no matter where you are. If the history of Africa or slavery doesn't affect you, because it affects all of us, there's something wrong with you. You saying, yeah, I'm an Indian and all that
But
bullshit. Man, listen. I was not ready to make my TikTok a reactive type of a TikTok channel, because we know
you don't
how
even be you don't even be on TikTok. So please,
no,
anyway.
listen. I was not listen. Like, that's what I'm saying. I was not ready to make my TikTok a reactive TikTok. But these things are becoming a problem, Keith. Okay, and I've understood what you were saying. You were telling Keith. No, you were telling Wharton the other day. We need, and you, which you've also told me, we need to understand the psyop, the propaganda that is
Yeah,
being.
understand when you get a side running against you. Because let me say, whenever you see something, all of a sudden, since Africans don't control the social media platform, Joby, so they want you. So the side, when something's always being pushed now, you see African American diaspora hate against Africa. It's a psyop. Say, who's behind this? Who's this now benefiting? And why is it now all of a sudden we got this diaspora war? Because understand, most of us are ignorant, Joe. We don't know any information. Like the African Americans, most of them are ignorant. So they easily push to emotion. Oh, the Africans hate me. Then you say, oh, the African Americans are talking shit, but you don't know behind the scenes. There's a puppet master moving an algorithm to make you show hate between both groups that's artificially made. That's a psyop.
Mhm.
That's why you gotta be smart enough to know what you're looking at and say, "Oh, okay, these are a bunch of morons now being easily influenced because they think that somebody's coming after them." So it starts a division, then they want it to grow. That's how they do the Arab Spring or cause a revolution. They put
Well,
propaganda out there, and then you'll start fighting amongst yourself, and then you'll be ready to overthrow a country off a lie. But you don't know it's a lie because you're psyop. Just like the COVID shit.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Jim.
Everywhere. Y'all are not mad enough about what Europeans did to your country,
Exactly,
your
but they don't
state,
know.
your
Exactly,
states, your
but
nations,
they don't.
your
But they're not
continents.
taught. Mhm.
Like slavery is crazy, bro. Like
Yep.
Europeans are so violent. They had 2 world
Yep.
wars
They
in the
don't
span
teach
of
you
20
about what really
years. That
happened.
ain't never happened before in human history. But you had 2 world wars for what? For what?
It wasn't. It
For
wasn't a war. Pause that. Pause.
what?
It wasn't a pause that. It wasn't a Western. What they call. They like to call. That was a tribal beef between them. That was German. They're all Germanic people. Those are
yeah,
German inner Germanic tribes. Right. The English are Germans. The French are Germans. The Spanish are Germans. The
yeah,
Germans are Germans. The Russians are Germans. They're all from Germanic tribes who split up and went different ways, created these countries that you call today. That was an intertribal war. Go ahead, Joe.
yeah. But uh,
I know it's supposed to be like there's a reason we're not taught how bad colonization was in schools.
Exactly. You're not taught.
Because why?
None of this. Not
The
just
victors
me.
of history, they write history. Europeans won. They won multiple times and they keep on winning. They're still actively colonizing different nations to this day. Example being how Haiti still has to pay back France for their own revolution. Haiti had independence and they have to pay back France because France was
That's
enslaving
crazy.
Haiti. What? European governments, European companies coming into Africa and making sure that they still have their slaves to build their fucking companies. What?
Yep.
U.S. nonprofits coming into Africa to impose anti-LGBTQ plus laws.
NGOs. Mhm.
There's a current day colonization happening to this day, and people are not mad enough about what happened to their countries.
Because they don't
Maybe I'm
know.
just not seeing it. But the more I read, the more I see how every single thing that happened as soon as a European man, woman, they, them, I don't give a
Every
fuck.
time they come,
Stepped
is
into the
malice.
country, everything went
Exactly.
downhill. Everything went
Death
down.
is death and destruction once they step up in there. But since they got control, they don't put it. You don't know any of this history, like that's why they're not mad. The Africans on purpose been taught nothing on anything because that's where all the money's at. So the Africans been kept the most ignorant on the planet on purpose because that's where I got to steal from. But Then I talked to the vicious crimes they committed against, the crimes, the genocide they committed in Africa, the rape, pillage, murders. It's crazy. The
Mhm.
furniture that was made, shit. The fuck got you eating the
Yeah, we
motherfucker's
love the
job,
European
got you eating
history.
the
It's really
motherfucker's jawbone. Got you eating the
I have a weird theory. I have a weird theory that is backed up
motherfucker-
by some things that I can't say. But here's my theory, right? We will never stop getting kids being abducted because that's how fast food restaurants around the world go
McDonald's,
bust.
bro. I was watching
It's
something.
mixed.
Not
It's
even just
mixed
that.
in there. It's all mixed in there. You're right. It's all mixed in there because they try to make it's all in there. You don't prove it. Oh, but every time they go to test it, there's always some human meat in there. Every time. How's
Okay.
human meat getting up in there? It can't be all these accidents. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Did you know that for meat to be approved, it doesn't need to be 100%
No,
fit for
exactly.
consumption?
Beef. Yeah.
Like there's a threshold. It's like 65%.
That's true. That's right.
Actually, one of the reasons why a lot of people don't eat pig is because of how genetically close it is.
Uh-huh. But not to us. And that's gonna be in the next video I sent Joby. Not to us. Not to us. That's the next video. That's the next video I sent Joby. Not to us. Yeah.
Of course, not to us. Reason why it's not to us is because pigs are pink. We are
Exactly. Exactly. But that's in their genome. And just what Canvas is saying is in the next video. And this is a fact. I'm gonna have Joe play both of them.
Okay, yeah, that's why I'm queuing in right
and
now.
then when you let pigs into the wild, they turn into boars. Okay, they grow skin, tusks, and they become warthogs. Really, and they will grow like a black. They will become bulkier, bigger, and they will grow black hair. Okay, they will grow like.
I share the first one or the second one?
Both of them, just anyone at any time, whichever one you want to share at one time. I'm gonna explain it because he's close, but he thinks it's Satan. Satan created these white people. It's not Satan. It's what they got from the making up of this Satan thing that the Africans called Ogo. That's where you get the Satan myth from. So so he's talking about the demiurge, which I told you the demiurge and the archons created what we call white people. That's a fact. That's what we know of. So that's what all in your hieroglyphs in Sudan, in Kemet, in the forest is all there. They written all that shit out. It's in Mali. Yeah, in Mali before that's what some of the Dogon in Mali. So
continue.
So this is what they're talking about. This is what the young man trying to put together. But he's saying he's calling it Satan, and he's saying what Cameron said. And I told you guys he said they got the lemur, the dog. He said it's not racist. This is what they got: the pig, the lemur, and the dog. Why when it gets wet, their hair smells like that. I'm not being racist. This all fact, but they're made by Satan. No, not Satan, dude. But he said because we're not this.
Before you continue, Joby, do you know a lot of black people have never really interacted with white people closely, so they always see them on TV in videos.
As a good guy. As the propaganda, as the good guy. They see him that's how the propaganda. They're always the heroes. They're always the good guy. They're always loving and kind. Yeah, that's how propaganda works. Exactly. Yeah. I seen what you said. Somebody was saying that they said we see you all on TV as the good guys. Then we get to Europe and you're mean as shit.
So when you interact with black people or Kenyans or whatever geography you identify with as a black person, when you interact with people that have interacted with white people, they always ask you, "Oh, did you notice they smell weird? Did you notice that they have a scent?" Okay.
Can I tell you
And
our experience? My experience.
mhm. Yeah, go ahead.
Being
Go ahead.
kids.
Mhm.
Our first trip to Tanzania, right?
Mhm.
Our first ever trip. I was so excited, of course, going out of the country and all
Mhm.
that. Long story short, we were booked an Airbnb,
Mhm.
which we expected to have, of course, full service
Mhm.
of what they said, including Wi-Fi,
Mhm.
washing detergents,
Mhm.
cooking,
Basically living well.
yeah, cooking, whatever equipment and all that.
Mhm.
But it was the opposite.
Mhm.
So there were Germans.
Mhm.
I can't even tell a difference of these motherfuckers. That's this. Sorry.
Some
They were
of us
German.
of the
It's
Italians.
okay. They were
Italians and
German.
Germans are some of the worst people to
I can never tell a
Well,
difference of
interact with.
these people. Trust me, I can't.
they're the same people, Joe, but just different languages. They're the same
No,
people.
For me, you just don't belong here. That's
Good, good, good.
belong here. You need to go. So we'd not known there were Germans at that time. So first, what happened? I remember the first awkward night.
Mhm.
They told me and Katie to cook outside.
Mhm.
I can't remember the main
Why?
excuse they made exactly. I can't remember the main excuse they made of us not cooking inside,
Mhm.
but it was a lame excuse
Mhm.
of something about us dirtifying the utensils.
They
And
they wanted to
we
be disrespectful on purpose. See if you would stand for it.
had to wash because we know. And then Kamlesh, you can also satisfy this.
Mhm.
Growing up in an African home, after
You
you
do
you
dishes.
you have to do dishes exactly. So you can't, especially in an open welcoming home,
Mhm.
you have to like
Do
you have
dishes.
to do dishes after
Keep
exactly.
cleanliness.
So as we're moving with I was moving with my African mentality. So the
Mhm.
first 2-3 days were in accord. We
Mhm.
did dishes after we used them. But the third day we're being told, hey, you cannot cook inside,
Mhm.
you have to cook outside. I can't remove them excuse, but it was lame.
Mhm.
So we cooked outside.
What?
But we noticed this fuck.
You cooked outside
These idiots were looking at our ass when we were
while
cooking.
doing.
Yes, when we were cooking outside, like
So
you can't tell, of course, what people are talking, but
favoritism.
you can tell
You
also
know
what people.
that's exactly what they look. They wanted to be disrespectful. They wanted
Yeah,
to, for them it's about power, Joby. They want to
yeah,
see African said it's about power. They wanted power over you, and they wanted to be sexually inappropriate with you and Katie, and they
see,
want you to bow down to it.
they're pointing at our eyes, they're laughing, and they're drunk. Okay, they're drunk. We're not sober, so understand. Like we can, I can, for me, I could catch 1, 2, 3 things moments because I've stayed with drunk people. So I'm like, something
That's
is.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I told Katie something is off here. Like these people, they're not even like it's not about cooking out.
Mm.
It's they're looking at our ass. It's entertainment for them. Then the next day they told us
Exactly.
we can't use their cooking oil. It was a lot of excuses. Then it got to us. Now we became super mad. It was like I can't remember for how many days we've gone with that, but now we became super mad. Now Katie became over mad.
Mhm.
Or even more than me.
Her madness was appropriate.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah.
because it was appropriate because you guys are being disrespected.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was inappropriate because she became. It was not what I was expecting because knowing Katie at that time, I didn't expect her to go. You know,
Yeah.
that I'm like, okay, all right, because I was quiet most of the time. I talked, but
You
Katie
guys,
went.
yeah, because you guys are fighting for your respect and your dignity.
You said we don't have Wi-Fi. We don't have Wi-Fi. We're using our bundles. You're telling us to not use the kitchen. You're staring at our ass. You know.
Can I tell you what happened? This is what happened. And this is
The
how.
guy became traumatized.
Yeah.
Like, so we called Keith to be also on the safe side to
Yeah.
understand, like,
What is happening?
yeah, he's the one who booked everything, and we're not getting everything we've been told.
Yeah.
So we called Keith.
Handle it.
Handle like what's happening because we're being treated this way, and this is what you told us we're gonna have.
Yeah.
You know, according to what you
The
ordered.
experience does not
So
match.
Keith been on the call and how heated actually. Now Katie was at that time. He couldn't even talk.
Mhm.
So he
See, they
called.
would, but see, like as I taught them not to take disrespect, that's why the guy didn't think they were African, because Africans have been taught to have disrespect in their face. They say these girls must have lived in America at one time.
But do you know why they felt that they could push the the boundary farther and farther. Because the first day,
because the lady they had
no,
was an easy goer.
No.
So I'm gonna give you a good
You see-
example of why that happened.
Can I-
Because they're used to that. The lady they had, we told her one day, like Kamlesh, you remember, like when we were in Mombasa,
Yeah.
remember when we were in Mombasa, right?
Yeah.
We could talk to the ladies who were there around, right?
Mm.
It was nothing sexual, nothing whatever,
Yeah.
but we could talk
Hang
to
out.
people. Yeah. So we told that lady, hey, can we go to the beach together? Like
Mm.
show us around, because it was our first trip.
Yeah.
So we're trying to ask around also which is the best
Places,
resort to
yeah.
hang around.
Mhm.
But we figured our shit away around to Niche and of course Tanzania. We figured our shit around.
Is Nish Tanzanian?
No, she's not. But
No, like heritage-wise.
no,
She loved
No.
that country.
she's African.
No. She didn't love the country. What happened is, Canvas, I got everybody to go to Tanzania because when I was traveling through Africa,
Mhm.
I fell in love with Kenya and Tanzania. So at that time, I had booked a trip for everybody to go back to Tanzania. So I had like I think it was like 12 people. I had all go to Tanzania in 2020 and 2021 during the COVID shit. And so Nish was one of those people that wanted to go. She had never been to Tanzania, and most of the people had never been to Africa. So because I wanted to take them to Zanzibar, they was asking me, Keith, what are your most favorite places, and where you set the trip to go? I said, yeah. I love Zanzibar. So that's how they got the Tanzania, because of something I said. So the first time I had spikes in them, they was all fucked up. They got all drunk. Him and Cammy disappeared, it was all messed up. So I finally got Joby and Kay to go. So I set that all up then at that time. And I told him, I said, oh man, this is a white guy that owned this. I said, hey, I want you guys to understand, you guys might experience some racism because understand Tanzania was first colonized by the Germans. Then when they lost World War I, the British got it. But you understand that the Tanzanians are more docile than Kenyans. And they're going to probably try to treat you a certain way. And Katie and Joey didn't want to hear me. They didn't believe me. Katie, you always being all crazy. I said, okay. I said, just in case, don't allow no one to disrespect you. You paid your money here, and you're to be treated with respect. So that's how. So Nish didn't know anything about Tanzania more than Joby and them did, except for the 1 year that she came prior. So they were all green. They didn't know, Nish didn't really know no more than about Tanzania than Joby and them did.
That
Go
is
ahead,
true.
Joe.
Right
So-
now,
so-
I feel like I know a whole lot about Tanzania.
Hmm.
Actually, after
Of course you do.
You can navigate Tanzania.
Yeah, I can.
So
I know.
This-
I know a lot about Tanzania right now.
this is
Right.
something. This is
So you
something.
can maneuver.
I love the country. I love the people. You just have to know how to, again, understand the culture.
Yeah. So this is something I've noticed from every interaction with white people. Never let them gain the first foothold into disrespecting you. Like
Exactly.
when they told you go cook outside, that was their pushing you and waiting for a pushback.
See what you're gonna do. Exactly, Cam.
Let me
Okay,
finish.
I get you.
So when y'all went outside, they felt like y'all were docile and malleable
Mhm.
enough to
Mhm.
accept oppression.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So
Exactly.
We were bitten by mosquitoes, bro.
yeah.
Like
So
it was so
what-
bad.
what they do-
You're cooking and you have to keep on doing this.
Yeah.
It was so
and they like that.
bad.
They want. It's like they're putting you in your place.
Bad.
Exactly.
So the minute y'all agreed to that, they were like, we can push this further.
Mm-hmm.
How they bring in segregation, apartheid, and
Exactly.
the two-state problem that they have in the Middle East. Okay,
Mhm.
they come in and they start pushing you and increasing the level of abuse. Pole,
Yeah.
slowly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kamish, the way I know, I'm
Yeah.
talking about the way I know you as Joby. Have you faced racism, and how did you handle it?
So I've
Have you
faced
faced racism?
yes.
How did you handle it?
So first time I ever faced racism was not even in this country.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was down under Mandela's land.
South Africa.
Yeah. So
Alright. Oh,
I did.
xenophobic country.
Yeah, I
Oh.
did. I actually, funny thing is, I experienced xenophobia okay, I experienced xenophobia in South Africa before I experienced racism in South.
I told you, Joby. I know Cameron's been to South Africa. Okay, exactly. Your beautiful South Africans, Joby. Go ahead, Cameron.
So, I was down in Durban, right?
Wow,
Brazil.
Durban is not. You've been to Durban too, yeah. The beaches are gorgeous. I know you've been to. I know you've been.
Yeah,
I know you've
amazing.
been to Zulu Natal. Shit.
Buena. You get
Yeah, I love that place. Go ahead.
beautiful land, beautiful beaches, beautiful
Beautiful.
women. God
Yeah.
damn.
That's what I told Joby.
Nobody's always asking me, Camlish, how come you like girls with big ass? Because I've been to South Africa.
They got the Nash. They got the Nash.
Yes.
Mine is growing big, so I'm gonna fit in.
We at Jakarta, but I'm gonna tell you this. Ass over there,
Agree to disagree.
we agree actually.
Yeah, my ass.
So ass over there is different. It's everywhere. And they've been
It's
messing
in
with
plenty.
the Dutch for so long. Most of these girls are naturally light skinned, like really,
Yeah, naturally.
really,
They got
really
they got a lot of light skinned women. That's true.
There's a problem of bleaching.
Now in SA, okay.
They're natural. Let's
So
do that.
But go ahead, tell your story, Cameron. What happened to you?
so yeah, I'm getting to the story. So
Yeah, go ahead.
we were working for a certain international company that I was doing my internship.
Okay.
Most of
Okay.
you all know what I professionally,
Mhm.
software engineer.
Okay.
So I was working for a certain international company that is the biggest in the search industry.
All right.
Yeah, I won't. Actually, their name is the acronym for searching for anything online.
Okay.
We don't
Okay.
mention it. So, like, you can what it, So that's where I did my internship. We were down there and we had this supervisor, and what we were teaching these people was mobile money transfer. Okay, because that's one of my strong suits. Sort of.
Okay.
We won't get into it, but so while we were doing this, there was this supervisor that kept on saying how we are taking away positions that should be
Wow,
going
for
to
South Africans.
countrymen.
Pregnant.
And we were, and the reason why I love this is the guy that we had gone with, he was like an actual employee. We were interns, so it was about 4 interns and then 4 fully fledged developers.
Employees. Mhm.
Yeah. So he was like, then how come they're not teaching you what we're teaching you? Because, and here's something most people never understand.
Trainee jobs, but
We were trainees. We were literally interns, and we were teaching their developers USSD. Okay, you understand what that means? We were teaching them how to do C++ to C++ to or C to create USSD code that actually operates. And
I tried to explain that to you, Joe, but that you were going to be more that Cameron, you were going to be more educated than the South African. I told you that. And when I see you down there, that's going to be a problem. That's a fact.
yeah,
We go-
so
get your education right.
this is
I'm
something.
not Ramaphosa.
This is something you need, and this is where it gets messed
I'm
up,
not
right?
Mandela.
I'm an intern, okay, and I'm teaching your senior devs basics for me. Okay, they had at that time they had never heard of basic languages like Ruby on Rails that we learned in high school and stuff, especially for some of us. So they were really we even for the first 3 weeks they'd even serve us last the food because
Wow.
that company has like cafeterias and like it's like a campus. They call them campuses. This is our campus, and
That's
we
usually
do
how it is.
here, we eat here. We even have sleeping pods. We have amenities. We have gaming rooms. Because you know why? We want you to forget that you have a home and live here forever and make and work for us until you die. We burn you out. We get to know everything that you know, and then we dump you. So if you've ever been to Durban, there is it called chutney? It's a sort of bread filled. They dig out like half a loaf of bread and then they fill it with curry, meat.
Oh, I seen it. Oh, yeah, yeah. I didn't know what the fuck that shit was. I
Yeah,
try not. I don't like to eat strange shit, Campus. I'm a real picky eater.
yeah. So the people that make those things mostly are Indians. And
Indians.
then if you've ever been to SA, you understand that the Indian population is
It's
big and
huge. It's
big,
huge.
huge.
And they want own most of these stores around there and all this. Yeah, it's huge.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
So we're going for chutney, and
Mm.
personally, I love chili. And this young lady said, "Why do you want extra sauce? Black people cannot handle flavor."
What? Who said that? A black girl? Is an Indian girl told you that or a black girl told you that? Who told you that?
An Indian girl.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, good.
So I was like, "Wait, so you're racially profiling me depending
Yeah,
on
but this,
flavor and spiciness?"
no shit. That's crazy.
Okay. And then the other one I suffer. So in Durban as well, there are a lot of colours. If you know what colours are.
Yeah, we know. But you guys, the colors are the mulattoes. Go ahead.
Yeah. So first of all, colours love drugs. Let's start there. And there's a very big problem with opioids and crack and cocaine in most mulatto or colored communities. So most of them
Wow.
just like crackers. Okay?
hmm
So they talk like this. So we go into a convenience store and sense of entitlement. Y'all know what I mean, right?
Well,
So
yeah, we know what you mean.
we're about to go.
I'm not black, and you are.
Yep. So we're about to go pay. She comes in. She's like, "Stand aside." And they have a certain accent. If I can't get it right now, but they have a certain
Joby know how to do all that. Joby know
yeah.
that shit.
No, but Joby does a really good Zulu accent. Colors sound like retarded Dutch people. Because they speak Afrikaans like
They be
crackheads.
Afrikaans. Okay, okay,
Right?
all right.
So they speak Afrikaans, and Afrikaans is like diluted Dutch.
It's this Dutch. It's like Dutch 300 years removed.
Yeah. So like she goes ahead to spew some shit in Afrikaans, and then the guy serving us was actually Zulu, and he was like, "Look,
Okay.
just let her do what she needs to do, and she can pass through." And she went away actually insulting us in Afrikaans. He was the one
Of
telling us
course.
what she was saying because I don't understand Afrikaans. So she was saying how we are dirty villagers that don't understand
Uh-huh.
that she is better than us and that she is the owner of the land that we stand on. And Africa,
She didn't. Yeah, she didn't know that he was Kenyan. They were saying that she didn't know that Camus was Kenyan. She knew he was African. She said he's a South African. And he's no better. He's not. Them it's I told you it's that racial hierarchy. I'm colored, Joby. I'm mixed. I'm a mulatto, and you are a dirty Negro.
What was your reaction as
So-
Kamlesh?
as Kamlesh,
Not as a group.
as Kamlesh,
Would you?
I was
What did
pissed.
you wish you'd have done, or what was your
Shot her
reaction?
dead. But here's the thing. Personally, I take disrespect very seriously.
Of course.
Okay, but what do I wish? Shit. Give me a
But Camus
45.
has. But Camus hasn't been his best behavior. He's in a foreign country. He doesn't know the laws really, and he's working as an intern.
I chill. I don't do
Mhm.
nothing because.
Exactly.
And then let me tell you something. Them colored boys are huge. Okay, and they always have these really, really modified loud cars, BMWs, and then they sound like, Trevor Noah can hit that accent very nicely because he's colored, okay, and he understands the culture. And that's why even the first African to ever be on the Daily Show was colored, Joby. He was colored. He wasn't fully African.
You talking about that born ass Trevor Noah not funny ass.
He- like, do you know what Trevor Noah is? Trevor Noah is Swiss German. That's apart from being pure Aryan. That's the most Aryan with a pinch of blackness that you can have. Like he's like one genome away from blue eyes and blonde hair. Okay, we saved that man from complete genome failure. But so it's a thing, and then them colored boys are huge. Okay, and then their parents, and they don't have jobs, Joby. Do you know what they have? Inheritance and a lot of money in the bank. And then they also have, let me finish. They also have black police officers that are so indoctrinated they wouldn't even arrest them. They will arrest
Exactly.
them. They will be like, what did you do to
Boss, I know this.
there's
I don't,
there's a term they use.
you don't need to explain it.
There's a term they used to call black people. So it was I forget.
Probably called you a copper.
Kafir, kafir, yeah, or kafir. It's something like that, whatever. And it literally means you're not a Christian.
Oh,
Okay? It basically calls you a pagan. Kafir,
Gurale.
kafar,
Gurale.
gurale type shit. Okay?
For Muslims, they call you Gurale.
Okay,
Like, if
Gurale,
you're
yeah.
a Christian, they call you Gurale.
So, but for Muslims, it's more like denomination. So, and that's not Muslims.
Such a
That's
bad word.
that's
Gurale.
that's Borana. It's not actually.
Yeah, that's Burana.
yeah.
It's such a bad
And
word.
that's an African. That's an African tribe.
Gurale.
But and
It
it's
sounds like a
ni kama
monkey.
ni kama kuuliza,
Okay.
are you an evangelist or a Catholic?
I get it, but
Yeah.
Gurale coming from
It sounds really
Mali
bad. It
or-
sounds.
Yeah, it sounds like a monkey type of
Yeah.
script.
They even look down upon you. That's what,
Yes,
and that is
yeah,
something
yeah,
they got
but
from
they're
white
meaning
people.
you-
Exactly. Because they saying I'm not African. Yo, but you're gonna play my video.
So wait, let me finish. I'm getting to the hierarchy
Oh,
of
good.
racism in South Africa. So
Yeah,
now
good.
our manager was pure, let me say Dutch. He was
Okay.
he was purely white. So
Okay.
we had in tech there are things called hackathons, right? And
Mhm.
after months where I had to defer a whole semester of school just to remain in
In
that
South Africa. Yeah,
Okay.
internship.
we did a hackathon where they got the best of their best people against us in a hackathon to see what these people had learned. We finished that hackathon in less than 4 hours. Okay? These people took 5 days, a whole week to get this shit done. And there was cash money reward because that's what these big organizations do. Okay? He said that they will be rewarding, and the other team was all white, by the way. It wasn't even colored or whatever. It was
Okay. It took them 5 days.
yeah,
Wow, you guys. Wow. So imagine the embarrassment they felt when a bunch of
Yep.
Africans beat them. Wow. They're probably gonna
Keith.
change the rules and not give you no money.
we came in the morning,
Mhm.
finished the hackathon before lunch, had results verified. Okay, we went for lunch, came back and gamed for 4 days, having fun on campus while these people were hard at work. And there's something called the wise man's skill. Anyway, so basically, what he said was, since y'all are super experienced and have been learning this for a long time, we will be rewarding the money to the South African team to motivate them to continue doing.
I told you. I knew it was gonna be some bullshit. I know it. Wow.
It was like tens of thousands of dollars.
Of course, they don't want to get to you Negroes.
Okay.
To motivate them.
So when you ask me if I've faced racism, and this is the thing. When you're not at home, Joby, and this is how they won that racism card. When you're not at home, you don't know the rules, you don't know how they apply, so they will really, really misuse you. That's why you should always look to come back home.
I feel like what you need to do, as I shared the 2 videos Kid shared with us before you get closer to winding up. We started our show today.
Read the comments, Joe. We ain't read no comments. Read the rest of the comments.
I will, of course, read the comments. That is a must. But I'm just letting y'all. We started the show today, so that's why we're winding up late. But on the background voice, that is Kamlesh, for those who are just wondering, or rather just tuning in.
He was a good. Kamlesh was a great addition.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to maybe featuring him on some of our shows.
We could, but like I'm saying, he got a wife. I don't want to give him no time. Let me stop it, Joe. I ain't going to get involved.
Well, that is not up to us. That is up to him.
I want to join.
Go ahead.
Us, if anyone is comfortable with joining the debates, and
I think it. I think it's a good addition. I do.
Maybe I think twice a week or maybe once a week it would be good.
Well, whenever he has time.
Yeah, we'll look forward to that. We'll discuss on that, and then we'll let you know if that's okay. And if you guys also love the discussion, let us know if you'd love to see also Kamlesh featured, because also you guys review does matter. But shout out to Emil, shout out to Jason, shout out to everyone with us on the chat.
It don't matter until they donate some damn money. Where's the donations at? Damn it! I'm getting like Dr. Umar. Where's the donations at? Damn it! I don't see the cash app. I don't see the cash app moving. I don't see the cash app, family. Where's the cash app at? I know it's times are hard. Where's the cash app, family?
Because Kamlesh to stay up, so
that's that cash app.
You need to keep it moving. But anyway, we get I see Emil says, I've not been eating at McDonald's ever since that video y'all shared the other day.
Dang, you just now stopped the email. You didn't know you had jawbone in your shit.
We want that cash app, people.
No,
Go ahead, Joby.
He said he just stopped eating at McDonald's with all the bad CVs of McDonald's. Come on, Emil, you better know better. But you
wait, she was still eating that.
He was.
Oh, Emil. Oh, he was still eating at McDonald's.
Yep.
God damn.
He also says he can't trust food chains. Fast food isn't good for you, anyways. Of course, that's why you had us saying fast food in Africa is very expensive. Trust me. That's why you see girls getting trapped with KFCs and pizza, because that's
why it's gonna be Jawbone and KFC in Kenya. We're gonna wait to see Joe say it's Jawbone in my shit. That's right.
No, hell no. So long as it's me buying that shit, there's no Jawbone in that shit. Because if it's a nigga buying your shit trying to trap you, you're gonna get that job on. But I also see Emily says, but that time is coming up to an end. Black people all over are waking up. What a time to be alive. I agree with you. And I also see it says, is that one of the reasons why there are a lot of Indians in South Africa?
Yep.
It says y'all telling too much truth on white people, so the hearts are cutting it off. Yeah, we've not one thing I've noticed, every single time we're talking about the truth, no matter how many of you are on the chat, YouTube will take our numbers all the way down.
Yeah, they reverse it. Exactly. Exactly.
Every time we're talking anything about
every time.
Notice if you're on the live, you see the numbers going all the way. You could even have 30 plus people on the show.
It goes 30, 40, and then it starts going reverse, then it show 10.
But the moment we start talking back nonsense, the numbers go back.
Yeah.
It's crazy, you know. So that's one thing I've noticed, and I never bother with it anymore nowadays because I've noticed that because every time we start talking about the truth, the numbers will always cut off. Like we could have most of you
Mhm.
watching, but YouTube is gonna show us we have like zero people watching, like for real. We see
Mhm.
that, we can see that on our end. Maybe you guys cannot see that, but we do see that on the whatever right here. But I
It's
also
like
see
last year when we were getting on the shows, we were getting 4,000 and 5,000 people on Twitter doing the shows, right? Next you know, that Twitter account got completely supposedly hacked and taken away. And then anytime I'm talking about, oh, we can't give it back. You can't give it back, but you were charging. Everybody knows about Twitter. They got those 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 blue check marks that certify you that you got to pay for. It's only like $10 a month or something, seven. But they said they couldn't find our email no more, but they still was charging me the goddamn $7 or $10 it was. You can't find me because we were getting 5,000 and 6,000 people in every show back then last year. 5,000 and 6,000 people a show on the live. Right? They said, nah, damn this shit. So that's what I said. I ain't making no more Twitter channels. Forget that. But go ahead, Joe.
right. I also see, and it says it's them that went out. So either power. No, no, no. We don't. We had power. Maybe our internet buffering. Maybe earlier, but our internet has been pulled. But oh yes, our internet had gone off earlier,
No,
but
she's.
it's
I think
came back.
Anasema,
Hmm?
it's us who went there. So I don't know, like Anasema, it's. Is he talking about power or us going to South Africa?
It's talking
No,
about.
no, no. That's early, man. That's early from the show, Canvas, when it was first active. Remember, Joey didn't read that in the comments, so she's going down all the comments now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Apologies on my show earlier today. The lights went out. They've been acting out since morning, but I'm glad they were able to keep up during the day. Also, Samuel says, but Indians hold white people and especially East Asians in high regard because they are light skinned. Shout to Jason, shout to Jiba Jaba, and everyone with us on the chat. I also see John Mosquito in the building. Jason says exactly they made chains tobacco pouches made from black fox skin. I don't even want to go back to that, man. Um it's a discussion I'm not gonna say we need to avoid, but I don't wanna go back to that. Today, what I've learned so much, like already, is just too much. That is some new history I've learned today, which is so fucked up. This is so fucked up. Like furniture, I knew of the jewelries and everything, but furniture, not only did
They
you
will.
eat black people, they used. Nah, I don't want to go back to that, okay? So let's not discuss that. For today, at least. Spare me. That's too much. Shout out to Joe Mosquito. Shout out to Baron Scott. That is just too much for me. Joe Mosquito says, I was asking you about this last week. A whole bunch of women missing too in America. Yep. I think there is, like I said, there's a whole documentary on Amazon currently right now. I'm going to get the name correctly and share it on WhatsApp. But there's a new documentary on black women missing and how America never records about this. The mainstream media never talks about this. But there's a whole documentary currently on Amazon about these black missing people and women inclusively, literally. And also, Jones to say, Joby, we didn't know you was a journalist.
What does she do?
Exactly. Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that? Kid, can you answer John
Can you
Mosquito for me?
repeat
I did,
that?
I didn't know what now.
He said we didn't know Joby was a journalist.
I said he knew you was a journalist. I don't know why he said he trying to get under the trying to see how thick your skin is.
Oh, okay. Like that's like what did you say, John? I didn't hear you. What did you say? What did you say? Like
He said enough so when he gets home, his Nigerian woman would beat him and put him in a closet.
I don't even know what to tell you. So you better know. If you don't know, everyone in Kenya right now knows I'm a journalist. That's why I'm not. That's why me and Kamlesh are not on billboards because we're the real journalists here. All right. Yeah. That's why.
If you don't know, tell me. Better ask somebody.
Period. Like with the real motherfuckers in this bitch. That's what you making me put some American slang in it, but yeah, with the real motherfuckers. Want me to start speaking Ebonics for you to understand because you asked about my proper grammar yesterday. What's up? Shasha Barraskati says, Joby, is it a lot worse than it? It's a lot worse than you think. It's so crazy. But also see Cassius William says King Paul is a prime example. How many black people were used as a furniture? Man, like I said, I don't want to talk about that. Not tonight.
Let's not talk about the
I don't
Belgians.
want to talk about that. Not tonight. Already, the information I have for tonight about furniture, that's traumatizing already. Like, that's just too much. I don't know if what am I wearing? I hope this is not bones.
That's shells.
It's shells.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know why people are crazy, but this is not coming from a white person.
Yep.
A black person who artificially made this customized for me. So it's so crazy and very much educated. But I also see Jiba Jaba says, Joby Google human lampshade. I'm not Googling nothing. Not
Oh no, I forgot about that. Yeah, how they take that skin and make a lampshade out of it. That's right. I forgot about that too. I forgot about that jibber jabber. So a lampshade, Joby, that goes over a lamp. They take our skin, making lampshades out of it. I forgot about that. It's furniture.
Today.
It's furniture.
I'm not doing anything today. I'm sorry. Today.
Go ahead, Joe. You ain't got to Google. Go ahead. I didn't know it traumatized you that much. I guess it would.
That is not cool. Emil says, I feel Joby sometimes this stuff it makes me lose sleep. Yeah, exactly. Because that's what I'm asking. There's no you guys can tell me with all this information you guys
Because that's your humanity, Joby. That's your humanity. Because of course, sometimes when you think of course, sometimes you cry. You laugh, so you won't have to cry because the pain is so deep, it's so traumatic. That's why half African Americans are crazy now because they're dealing with trauma that's never been dealt with.
Mm-hmm. I also see John Mosquito tells me to leave the Indians alone, and they have more Indian friends, so he's gonna keep out of it. That's what's up.
Airtime, yeah.
Okay, they have hella Indians.
That's what's up. Get yourself some water.
Airtime do got a lot of Indian friends, General Mosquito.
You need some water. You gotta survive in that area.
So hello, General. Hello there, Mike. Hello there, Mike. Are we going down to the star?
You don't want to get yourself in the wrong side, So ensure you got water and you got some water.
And some bread.
I don't know, but I hope you got the accent correctly. But I also says many islands in the Pacific are part of France, like French Polynesia and the French frigates schools in Hawaii.
That's true.
And also suggestion says I heard it's real strange why people there's been isolated that's never been seen. Black folks, especially these white people, has been underground since 1950s. So much known things. Yeah, and I also see John says there are so many different types of monkeys. It's a huge historic animal still on this planet off limits. It's a certain frequency field they're in. I agree. That is Jason. John says their excuse was just that you was black. And John says German was like clean those dishes, you dirty African Kenyan.
Exactly right. You're talking about when Disney, right? Clean them dishes, you dirty African kid.
When I was in Tanzania, I noticed a lot of old, fat, white guys. Bravo! Don't even talk about it.
Too many.
They're there to get young black women. That's why they're there.
You see that motherfucker, that German motherfucker we are dressing on that house. He
was fat and nasty.
Oh my God.
And
He was
that was rough. and he had a young Kenyan lady sleeping with him. That's rough.
It was and then his tummy was filled with this like it's like he's bitten with mosquitoes all over. He just and then the bathroom stinks every time they leave the bathroom. I used to have a dog pet, so I know how dogs smell after one.
That's right.
Smelled a dog.
Yeah, because they're
first
Neanderthals.
day, and then they left their dirty boxes and everything.
Well,
in the bathroom.
That's what you're gonna see on the video he's talking about when you play it.
And then they wanted us to take a bath there.
Why?
So what we used to do, me and Katie, we used to wake up very early. We take a bath before they wake.
Before they wake up. You got it right there.
We used to wake up very early before they leave their dirty laundries there. But also, Citroma says Joby now knows every Tanzanian. Oh yeah, I know every Tanzanian dish. Like, come on, like please, you can play. Man, I'm a Tanzanian right now. If you think I'm a Kenyan, you're wrong. I'm a Kenyan Tanzanian, okay? And the moment I'm also landing in South Africa, I'm a Kenyan Tanzanian South African, all right? That is me combining Africanism, Afrocentrism.
Canvas is the South African.
Right? I don't give a shit about where you come. I'm an African connecting with my people, whatever.
Well, that's true. But you gotta stand that. All of Eswatini, that country called Swaziland, came out of Kenya. All of them.
Yeah, I feel like if I faced your xenophobic behavior, I'm not calm as you calmness. I think you're calm.
You know why you have to become Joby?
I think
'Cause
you knowing me. Do
yeah.
you knowing me? Do you
Yeah.
think in that situation I'll become
So
you knowing Joby?
yes,
I don't want to describe myself.
yes. Can I tell you why?
Mm.
You'll read the room. So South Africans are always so ready to engage in mob mentality when it comes to
He right about that xenophobia.
yeah, like when it comes to xenophobia and engaging with other Africans, like one single incident and you retaliate.
Yes.
Which is xenophobic aside.
No, they won't. They won't. And they will come as a mob and they will beat you up
Well,
and they will light you on fire.
I'll beat you. We'll beat
No.
you. Okay.
No.
You're lighting me up on fire. I'll beat you up.
Listen, like they're so conditioned.
They're so
To the-
not dying on my African knees, but standing on my knees. That's it.
I get what you're saying.
Yes.
But again, there's when you play chess, sometimes you sacrifice your pawn just to make
That's
sure
right.
that you
To survive.
survive. So you'll have to lose certain battles to win the war.
I understand.
Exactly.
Okay. So if you go out there and let them, because they want to prick you, they want to see you react.
Okay.
They do.
So what you do is you don't give them the satisfaction of a reaction.
Mhm.
Don't- The reaction.
Yeah. So when they pull off these stunts, you have to understand it's from an inferiority complex that they're trying
Yes.
to compensate for. Okay, that threatened that you have better education, that they're threatened that you
So,
Yep.
so this is what I'm
opportunities in
gonna
their
do.
own
This
country.
is what I'm gonna do, like I did
Yep.
in Tanzania. Okay,
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you the truth in a heartful way,
Mhm.
but I'm not gonna hurt you.
The Tanzanians are not as aggressive and not as like the South Africans. I'm saying the South Africans have been trampled by the white people that control the country, Joe. So Tanzanians their mind is in a different space. They know they're less educated than Kenyans. They know that, but they still don't feel threatened by. They don't feel animosity towards you as an African. The South Africans do. They'll get mad at you because they know you're better educated, and
You know
they'll get
why?
angry with you.
You know why xenophobia is so large in South Africa than every other African country, Joby? It's because they were sold this narrative of that they're the top African country. Okay, that they're the best black people
Yes.
in Africa since they live in-
Exactly, because it's better, because it's more developed. Exactly.
But you don't have a job despite
I'm gonna tell you what they had. It don't make sense, Joe. What Cameron's saying is true.
a fucking development. Do you fucking have a job? Why are you jealous of me as a Kenyan? Why you?
Because you're better educated.
because you
And
have
how-
your
Why bit.
And you
I need to-
you really control majority of your country more than they control theirs. That's why.
Yeah. Like, do you understand that white people never left South Africa? They never left.
Exactly.
I know that.
Okay.
I really know
And
that.
that-
I just feel like,
there is
man, I feel like okay, nature. Let me just speak of nature. Nature understanding who
Right.
you are as a person. The universe understanding you. I don't want to meet none of this BS. Being honest, because
then don't travel the world.
I will.
Then you will meet
Really,
it. You will
You will
meet it.
meet. Yeah, you will meet it.
that's my purpose.
Yeah.
I have to travel. Listen, the reason why I say I don't want marriage, I don't want kids. I'd rather travel the world than have none of
Nothing
this
wrong with that.
I
And-
don't want to have kids, no marriage. I'd rather travel the world. I'd sacrifice the rest of the things to travel the world, okay? And this is for exposure for my own self, not for the world. Because most of the people today, and be realistic, that's what we were speaking about yesterday. Realistically speaking, most of the people are living in a world of fantasies of, I want to show people I can travel the world, I can go out of Africa, I can go out of America. I don't want to live in that. I don't want to live in that type of fantasy. I want to live in reality. Okay. Can I
Well,
try?
but the reality is, I'm going to send you guys to South Africa.
Listen,
That's reality.
yeah, exactly. Can I travel? Yes, I can travel. Whether through my company, whether through my pockets, whatever. I'm grateful. Okay. But the problem I have is, and that's what I'm saying, putting out on the universe. I don't want to meet this kind of behaviors because, like you, Kamlesh, like you said, I might be able to tolerate this because of what has been normalized. The people have gone there and have to normalize this modesty. I'm gonna call it modesty because it's what Africans believe in. You have to be modest. You have to be respectful to your elders. You have to be respectful. F that. Okay.
That's not really South African. That's African. Joe. It's not really South African.
I didn't say. Okay, I'm gonna say generalize Africa.
Yeah.
We're expected to be modest wherever we are. Okay, and that's why you see why people, if you react in some certain type of way because you're expected to be a weak ass person, you're not modest. What do you mean you're loud? Talking about your rights. You don't know your rights as a black person. I know your rights as a white person. And that's why you see South Africans being treated the way they are treated in their country because they don't even know how to practice their right. White people know how to practice their rights more than them. That is the norm. That is the norm.
It's more
Listen,
like white people
that is
are
the
in
norm.
charge of their
That is
of the
norm.
rights charter.
Now me,
Exactly right, Cameron.
what you have, I'm not saying you going to South Africa, you are not educated. You knew and of course had information
Yeah.
before going to where you guys were
Yeah.
going, even before you knew what you were going to do.
When he got there, Joby, Cameron knew that he was more educated than those people. You know that, Joe.
What I'm trying to say, we need to stop this normalization. I don't care, Kamlesh. Listen, in Kenya, we don't treat South Africans this way.
You don't, but that's because you haven't been, like Cam has told you, the white people never left, Joe. You're not indoctrinated with a constant thing of self-hate.
No.
I know.
Africa either.
Oh, they left Kenya. They just
They-
didn't leave.
they
No,
never
South
left
Africa.
Kenya.
No, listen, Joby. In
They
South
left
Africa,
Kenya, yeah, physically maybe, but not all of them. But they're still here in South
Of course, they're
Africa.
still there. But we say not in the numbers, not in the numbers they are in South Africa, Joe. They're still there in Kenya, yes, but not in the numbers. And Kenyans have been able to get a little bit of sense of self back, Joe. Go ahead.
As you write up, it's this is a whole discussion. I feel like, man, South Africa is a fucked up country. I don't understand South Africa at all at this point, man. I thought I understood South Africa because of the music and yes.
But Cam is telling the truth because he's giving you the raw deal and just hurts your feelings that they think they're better than other African because they have their country's more developed and they look down on other African people. That's a fact. I've been there, so I know Cam is just telling the truth. I'm telling you what I'm validating what he's saying. He's telling the truth. Only get. Even though they don't got a job, Joby, and they're poor, they say, yeah, I'm poor, I don't got a job, but my country don't look like yours. Mine is developed.
I have to travel then to countries
so
now
So
Or I have to be in the right. Let me get this correctly, because what happened to our last trip, Tanzania?
Mhm.
Last trip we were there.
Mhm.
That was my second encounter with now
racism,
not in that way, but
xenophobia.
to a person,
Mhm.
which I felt it was very wrong.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
it's like I find you, like, let's get the way we go to Quickmart. Like today we went to groceries, right? There were so many people behind us, and then how many counters do you have? Like 10, 8, but it was only 3 counters working.
Yeah.
7 were not working,
Mhm.
which is a problem, of course, because when you have too many customers, you're supposed to allow the rest of the counters to work.
Nah, they don't care. It's about their money, Joe. But they don't care if they don't want to hire no more people.
Who are patient enough
Mhm.
to hold on to that, you know. But like what I experienced in Tanzania was we're on the line, okay, like today. I'm trying to give another example. There's so many people on the line, 7 counters are not working, only 3 are working, right? So many people on the line, but you have to raise tantrums for something you can easily pay. But because you're a foreigner, you think, I'm a foreigner, I'm supposed to, you know, I'm that shit. Yeah. And then you're talking easy to the counter ladies, okay? And then on Quickmart, understand Quickmart personally as Joby.
There's Quickmart in TZ.
No, there's no Quickmart in TZ.
That was a joke.
But as Joby in this Quickmart, this one, I'm known, okay? All these cashiers, whatever, they know me. So imagine me raising tantrums there.
Because you're with a white guy.
Exactly.
That's
I'm
that,
so
that,
known
not even
on
selfish.
that.
That's stupid.
Because exactly. So because I'm a
Showing
white guy,
off.
I'm supposed to be, because I'm known on this supermarket, I'm supposed to actually make work easier
mediate.
for them, because this is a foreigner who understands nothing about my country. This supermarket or this whatever it works, I'm supposed to make things easier. But I find you, Kamlesh, you're the normal cashier. You know me. You do know me. So, assumption from also that Tanzanian lady that she was not already. But you don't know me. I come. Oh, my husband has paid. My husband has paid, so we're not gonna return. My husband, Kamlesh. My husband, and my husband knocks the. You're gonna be deducted on the salary if my husband doesn't pay. And whatever my husband does, it's none of also the company's business, especially if your salary is gonna be deducted. Okay.
They don't care. Serve well.
They don't care. My husband breaks the biscuit. My husband is open the biscuit. He doesn't want to pay. So you knowing me and me shopping you on this whatever you've been working in for so long, am I supposed to be standing by you or walking against
you? You're supposed to be for me.
For you, right? So that's what I did in Tanzania. I didn't know that lady. I didn't. I literally didn't. But I understood this is a Tanzanian woman, a baby mama from Tanzania who's married a foreigner who's whatever white sugar daddy or whatever you have.
Yeah, you know what he is.
You're mistreating this lady. That's what you're doing because you have a white daddy. And I felt
what she said.
Bad. I really felt very, very, like, I've never felt so bad. I really felt very bad because I can see a straight attack on this lady. And if no one is going to correct
defenseless.
it, she's defenseless. Point. She was defenseless because this is a white person. Understand Tanzania where people are not learning English. Okay, so most of them also don't understand.
She can't explain herself extensively.
But I felt I can even feel it right now. I felt so fucked up. And I told, this is what I did. Because I'd seen it from afar. We'd seen it even walking in. Then we saw it now coming to pay. And I was like, hey, you're not going to do this. Not as I watch you. You're going to pay for this biscuit, whether you like it
or not.
They weren't used to hearing that.
He banged it. Oh, these people have been wasting 30 minutes. I don't give a fuck. You're also wasting her time. She has people she's supposed to attend to. You're costing her time. Pay up what you owe her. You broke the biscuit child
And
has
that's
already
the energy that you're supposed to give them that same energy.
you expect her to go a loss for what you've done,
I bet they were
and
shocked,
your
right?
child what
You
your
know they
child
were shot cameras. You know they were shot.
they were. Of course they were. Because in front of us it was a white lady smiling at us crazily. I'm like, bitch, get the fuck out of my face. Because I want to deal with this white man.
So let me explain something. So the
So
difference.
the white guy told us, "Oh, I don't care. 3 hours of time I've been wasted here trying to pay. I don't give a shit. You already broke Camlet. You have
Yeah, I get what
if
you're
your
saying.
child breaks something,
Jo-
even
Jody.
on even on a small shop,
Yeah.
you have to pay for it.
So
You have to.
that's true. And here's the difference. So, and I think South Africans have a different superiority complex. Tanzanians.
I'm gonna help the
No,
shit
no,
out of
listen,
someone.
listen. Let me finish. So they have a
Okay,
very
go ahead, give them a finish.
they have a very different superiority complex.
As
Let me
Joby,
finish.
I'm telling you guys,
You
Oh,
are being
Joby, let him finish, Joby.
So they have a very different superiority complex. Do you know why?
Mm.
Because number one, and it comes from basic things, and you're colonized through very basic things like religion and language. So the reason why they are so entitled to being like, first of all, there's no country called South Africa. That's a direction.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
the reason why these Xhosa people and the Zulu, you know, that they're so entitled is because number one, they're taught a language that is only taught in South Africa, which is Afrikaans. So the fact that they can speak something you can't makes them feel superior. Number two, they have been sold, and lingo and language indicate superiority, by the way, because and then they feel that they are culturally, economically, and socially superior to you, like they have
Yeah,
better
I get that.
everything. So when you go with that mentality to such a country, it's like going with a superiority complex to America. You will actually get humbled really quickly because of the fact that they're more populated. They will go back to mob rules, okay, where you have these people ganging up on you to create what we call democracy of stupid people. So we are South Africans. We you get, and they have this superiority.
But see, but see, we don't do Black Americans are not. We see you as family first, unless you start undermining us. We don't see like the South Africans. We see you as family until you until you separate. Go ahead.
Yeah, when I say like the UK or America or all these other countries, I'm not even talking about the black people. I'm talking
Okay, go
about
ahead.
I'm talking about
Oh,
when
country.
you go interact with like Chinese people or Chinese
Okay.
Americans. They feel like they have a superiority complex over you. When you go interact with Filipinos, with Taiwanese people, with everybody, they feel like the black man is inferior to them.
It's on the
Why?
bottom, of course.
Because they've been sold this agenda, and then you've reinforced this agenda in them by acting with an inferiority complex.
True.
Okay?
You've been acting docile. Correct.
And the best way to win this argument and to win this whole narrative is not even to go arguing with these people face to face. It's to just outdo them in everything, like, and then support each other amongst each other. And somebody said this. I was watching a certain video, and they said black people worldwide are the only people that want to be loved, that don't understand that all other
Power.
races respect power.
Power. I've
Okay?
been told y'all that. I kept telling y'all. You guys got mad. I said it. It's about power. I told
Yeah.
you. I don't care about your love. It's about Africans have been scared to take power. So what Joby did with that white man, that's power. You gotta understand power and push power.
Let me finish. Let me finish. So when you're personally, I didn't tolerate it. Okay.
Yeah,
I
you
choose.
can't.
Listen.
You accept it.
Listen. What I did is I chose my battle wisely. I chose to show them that I'm better than you in every means possible, even in dignity.
Mhm.
Okay, so
As
what,
you mind up.
what the best way, in my opinion,
Mhm.
okay, is to not be meek, but to outdo them, because they think that they have the best everything. And this guy was saying that
True.
only we go like, how does such and such a race feel about me? Why do you
Cares.
walk around the world
Exactly.
caring how
Exactly. Who
somebody
cares?
feels about you? You shouldn't care. What you should start
Get it.
accruing is
Get it.
power and
It's
money.
power.
That's why they say, wake up, black boy, get your money.
That's right.
Wake up, black man, get your money.
Where does the power start?
The power starts in your brain, in your mind.
So,
And that is the only salvation. If it starts there and you understand that,
do
and
you know today? I'm not sure in which state,
Mhm.
but I don't know if you guys have seen this story maybe on TikTok, Instagram, but there's a two couple, black folks,
Mhm.
two couples who have died because of white folks chasing them with a gun, telling them they actually died on a road accident because of trying to run away from white people, telling them
Wow.
Are we
don't,
back to Jim Crow
they
era?
don't belong in that
Well,
particular area. So they were
that's
trying to
that's what that's what I told you. You never go nowhere in America if you're a black person without your steel. And I'm doing I'm saying steel as a euphemism for you know what, because we're on YouTube. You never go nowhere in America without your steel.
yeah.
Okay? Because your steel means you gotta put in some work and put some act right on some folks.
Yeah.
Nobody didn't play my other videos, but anyway.
It's
Anyway.
one more video remaining. Let me share that very
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah, let's play the last two. They're like a minute long, so shit. This young
Yes.
man is trying to figure out about what we were talking about. He's talking about they got pig, and like I told Joby and here telling them about the lemur. Keith, not lemur. They got lemur in them.
Yeah. Today we've gone over time, but yeah, it's okay.
It'll be all right, Joe. It was a great conversation.
Yeah, it was a good conversation. Shout to Kamlesh. Thank you for staying, Kamlesh. I appreciate you.
Yeah. If not, we're gonna make furniture out of you, Joby.
If his wife chases him out, we better have.
No, I'm talking about you, Joby. You're gonna go home and dream about us making furniture out of you.
No, no.
We're gonna take your pretty. I bet your pretty skin. Your pretty skin makes good furniture. Hey, turn out that music, Joe. I can't hear him.
Paraded the Caucasian race
Hold on.
without us.
There you go.
He installed animal DNA inside of them, inside of them, just to take us out. Listen to the Bible. He says, "Let man be made in our image." He's talking about our image. We are the gods of this planet. If you are black, in our image, he's talking about our image, us, the gods. And then he made man, which is the Caucasians, the Asians, and the other races. So again, when I'm saying Satan created Caucasians to take out black people, the gods, man. Like, this shit run deep. And like I say, this is not being racist. They not trying to teach y'all this shit in history. We didn't learn this shit in school at all, bro. So I'm just a young nigga on TikTok just explaining it, man. Breaking it down for the people. So like, we have to understand that he installed hate, a lot of things, them to worship him. Animal DNA, 1% drop of our blood, which is the Allah saying
Some of the animal DNA.
but he created them to come down for this planet.
How
And
can I turn this damn music off?
species, man, we had a whole war with them. With Christopher Columbus coming through the mountains and stuff like that, we was at war. Human beings, Caucasians, some of them was a part of that too. In that war. And like I was saying, that's literally what made them just to destroy us. And now you have it where the government has it where they have it where you wake up, they want us to dislike them and them to dislike us. That's what they teach, on both sides of it, man. But the shit runs deep. The shit runs deep on how they've been doing this shit. This will be considered Satan's greatest creation, man. Like, he was mixing animals up in the lab to create the Caucasians. I have videos of me talking about this
He
shit,
said
bro.
Satan was mixing animals up
Science
in the
over
lab
history.
for human
Because
DNA.
it's on
Satan
their platform, bro. Because they not trying to let niggas know this
can't
shit,
turn off
bro.
this damn music.
Really think about it. You would never hear no shit like this in school. I ain't learned this shit until I was out of school. I'm 20 now, bro. Ain't learned shit until I was out of school. You feel me? Like, literally, bro. You know, it takes time, man. They try to program our minds. They program our minds to believe shit, fake history. They wrote themselves in our history. In our history. And made it look like they came up with this shit. Just white faces on shit, bro. It's just time to wake up to the truth. We are in the age of Aquarius. Shit is getting real. So the truth is gonna come to light. The truth is gonna come to light on how this whole matrix is. We're gonna become more conscious and wake up, man, spiritually.
Yeah, you can start waking back up.
They was created to destroy us, and like I said, to the
hmm
Caucasians, man, it's not racist. I'm just trying to show y'all the real
But created
history
by no Satan, though.
of us in history. Teaching this shit in school, the history they taught us in school. I'm just bringing the real history and the real science on
Oh,
it.
we turn off that music.
It's not me,
It's
Keith.
in the
It's
video.
in the video.
Oh, it is. Oh, I'm sorry. Go to the next one, Joe. We go to the next one. I'm fine.
Science over film.
Okay. Let me play
Yeah,
this.
his music is too loud for him talking. Talking too low.
He's
Whispering.
trying to be a deep nigga. He's trying
Yeah,
to
trying to set the mood about the pig and the rat and the lemur.
Man, like I said, the Caucasian race is made out of 4 genetic animal makeup. The
Yep,
monkey,
it's true.
the pig, the
But
dog,
not by
the lemur.
Satan.
This is what they were made of, created by Satan. That's their God, that made them. So
someone just
he
self-say
instilled rage with them and all types of things just to take out us as black people with this normal melanin in the skin. They were created to take us out, and it's not really their fault at all because he installed hate into them. And that's why, like I said, they have animal DNA inside of them also with 1% drop of our blood. That's what gives them the arm, leg, arm, head, which is another saying for what? Allah. So when you look at it on the deep meaning, perspective, this is why I just made a video talking about how the Caucasians were Neanderthals. That is how they were coming out of the cave. They're called Caucasians because they were in the Caucasus Mountains. In the mountains, we saw them in the mountains when we first found them. They was eating each other, sleeping with each other, walking on the all fours, all that. We reverse engineered everything that was done to them, and that's how they're able to walk around like how we is. Again, with the Allah saying arm, leg, arm, head. So that's how you gotta look at it on a deep perspective. Like,
Yeah, we have the true information. If you don't know any of this information, you go dig the truth. That's all I'll say. My motorbike, my
Yeah,
motorbike private
outside.
is for us, so I gotta go. So
We gotta go.
sorry.
I guess you must have. He must have called you. Where you at, Joby? You
Yeah,
late.
30 minutes ago, so I've kept him 30 minutes waiting. So
All right,
I
let's.
go. So much love, family. It's really been a
Much
good
love, fam.
come. Let's for joining us.
anytime.
I literally
Hope
personally
hope
let me.
hope Canvas gets home safely.
I'm gonna put a chat literally on the WhatsApp for you guys to go to Kamlesh to either be on the shows either once or twice. But personally, I do love Kamlesh.
It's up to him. It's up to him how many times he wants to come on.
But I'm still
It's according to his schedule.
so I can hear also what the people would love to say. But personally, I do love his conversations. I always also love the back and forth between you and him. That is Keith between and Kamlesh. It's always like amazing. But yes, that's why I'm sure you tune in tomorrow on the Tubonge show. We have a pending conversation on the culture, African culture, and Black American culture, which is also still a pending conversation because
Yeah, that's what
today
we're gonna talk about tomorrow, guys. I got to bring some Black American culture. Show them what is Black American culture. What exactly is it is, so we can educate them that the culture does exist. We had to create a culture because it's like I said, it's an amalgamation. And you ever say, what is that? It's a hodgepodge. As African people in America, we come from many different tribes. And so when we got these boats, we were put into one big ass pot. And so all the tribe, we couldn't say you're Angolan, you're Congolese, you're Malian, you're Nigerian, you're Kenyan, you're Mozambican. We know what areas that all the slaves came from. So it became a mix. We all slept with each other, and that became the Black American people from all these different parts of Africa. So that's why we're collectivism. I mean, we're collective. We don't have tribes. We're one big tribe of everybody. But anyway, much love,
Yes.
fam.
Tuning tomorrow, we shall be expounding on that conversation on the Tubonge show on our Mivo family. So I'm not talking about my show or the Africa Today show. That is the midday shows. So in case you've been missing out, ensure you subscribe, by the way. And if you've not been following up, I don't know what to tell you. That's all I can say. I don't know what to tell you because you're missing out on a lot. We really have amazing conversations. Black Ofa is not just about the Africa Today show, Iwaton or Joby. We have a whole media, literally, like we have different conversations going on. So ensure you have our app, and I really mean that. So ensure you tune in and join the rest of the conversations. But much love.
Peace, fam.
Day. Peace. See you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, right here on the media of the 21st century. This has been the Africa Today show. I've been your one and only
He said
J.
Canvas. Email said Canvas has the same accent as my Ghanaian friend, but the difference is Canvas is awakened. My Ghanaian friend is still stuck on religion.
That's what's
I,
up.
I don't think Canvas sounds like a Ghanaian email. but what am I to say?
That's what's up. I'm much
I
love,
know.
family. Have yourselves a beautiful day.
Jim Mosquito said Canvas is welcome to all shows anytime.
That's what's up.
Keith, I would love to hear from the brother again. Okay, see, Byron Scott, Keith said, I would love to hear from the brother again. So everybody already saying, yeah, Joby. Keith, you
Okay.
forgot to say Black Queens forever, Snow Bunnies never. To my Dr. Umar. Black Queens forever, Snow Bunnies never. Okay, I see.
That's what's up. Much love, family. Have yourselves a beautiful day. See
He
you guys.
said Joby is a journalist and a supermodel, if you didn't know. A supermodel too, Byron? Okay.
Much love.
Don't
I
get
can't even see those comments. I don't know what happened to my stream yard. I can't tune in.
It's a whole bunch of them. I can't even, it's like 40, it's like 50 more comments, more than about 100 comments. I can't go through all of them. Sorry, guys, but I can't do all your comments. Just trying to read some comments. You will always develop a superiority complex living amongst white people, unfortunately. That's your mosquito. The guy is a 40-year-old Jason here. Hello, looks just like Elon Musk, except he's black. I tell him read everybody's saying.
Okay. Much love, family. See you guys tomorrow.
Okay, much love, guys.